Good morning. Happy Friday, friends. Uh-oh. We filled in Cooper's hole last night, and he is not impressed. We've been leaving his hole that he dug, his little burrow out thing that he did for him, but it got covered up last night, and he's not happy with it. So he's trying to determine when I'm going to look away so he can redig his hole. That's the morning struggles around here. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Forwick. Good morning, Roses Fall. How are you guys? Sorry, we're really early today, but I've been up. The robo vacuum is running my house on the inside, and Cooper's freaked out by it. So me and the boys are sitting outside. So I figured I might as well pop on here and chat with you guys for a little while, since I'm trying to keep the dogs from waking up everybody in the household. And I'm going to sit out here to keep them from fighting the vacuum cleaner. So might as well come talk to you guys for a little bit and do some content, because Earth posted a video the other day. I don't know if you guys checked it out or not. Man, Earth is nailing it. All I can say is she is nailing the content. Hats off to her, because she is putting in fucking work, man. There is the video we're going to be watching. Please make sure you are subbed up to Earth. Let me drop her actual channel, because that's directly to the video. Let me grab this. Give me a moment. Nobody knows I'm on here. We snuck on early in the morning, and that's the way we're going to do it. Good morning, everybody. How's your week been? There is Earth's channel. Please make sure you are subbed up. She's been dropping all sorts of shit. Her Rumble playlist is amazing. Good morning, Gemma. Good morning, Ostrich. Good morning, Sin. Sin, look, you might be in timeout. Tickle me Elmo shit, girl. I was like, oh, fuck. I opened that at the wrong time, too, because I was in a space that I just lost it. And they were looking at me like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And I was like, it's a long story. This woman put an Elmo hat on. It's just a lot. Good morning, Becca. Good morning, Ree. Good morning, Kusuma, Chatty, JR. Glad it's Friday. Good morning, PJ Second Chance. How is everybody? I'm just joking. Sin, it cracks me up. She just sent me a picture. Nothing new, right? Actually, I'm enjoying the freaking humor that we can find in this shit. So here's the plan. We're going to go over Earth's. Hey, Alma, it's so good to see you. I hope you're doing well. I know you are in busy time of the year, but it's so good to see you. I hope you're doing well and your health is doing amazing. Right, Rose's Fall? It is, well, I guess most of the people, I've got it down pretty easy to talk about it, what I do, but explaining like the people that we overlap with and kind of their intent and purpose, that's where I kind of struggle. Good morning, Canvas and Crime. I know what I'm doing. In fact, it's really funny because Pitbull said something the other day that I say all the time. It's a marathon, not a sprint. And then he said it in Spanish, and he said, short steps, long vision. There is so much that actually needs to change in these spaces, but our justice system is so flawed, and these people find those flaws and manipulate them to all hell. Okay, so here's the game plan. We're going to review what Earth dropped the other day. It is part of Julie's TikTok, which is just fucking the craziest rewrite of history ever. And then we are going to, in honor of CrimeCon and all the ladies being at CrimeCon, basically giving Lauren Matthias the middle finger, because if you remember last September, Lauren Matthias tried to use our court systems to silence and stop Christina from attending CrimeCon, weaponizing our justice system. Very similar to what, in my opinion, well, Julie Skolnick wanted ROs and violations. I mean, she's a little bit even more. Canvassing Crime. Hey, S. Francisco, thank you so much for the gifted memberships. Really appreciate that. Thank you so very much. Welcome to the jungle. We got fun and games. And good morning, OG. Hey, Amy. We are going to do some. Julie Skolnick did a complete rewrite of history, Amy, and talk shit about a bunch of creators that have just clipped her. Chatty here was amazing. Hey, Becca. Good morning, Casual Art. So I think what we'll do is, if you guys are cool with it, we'll do this today, and then I've got it all put together, and I did some homework last night because it's been a little while. I checked out her Patreon because I've been a member to Lauren's Patreon for, since last, I think, November. And I still kind of keep tabs on shit over there. If you have not seen her recent personality, Lauren Matthias's, that she's rolled out, it's quite something. And her case coverage has been horrific. I've been kind of keeping an eye on shit, but ugh. So I think what we'll do is we'll do this one, and then the next one we will do Julie Skolnick talking about the Lauren Matthias situation. And then since Julie Skolnick has decided to do basically the same, in essence, different want for the outcome, Lauren wanted her to be stopped from going to CrimeCon, and but then she decided to take to the internet and defame and slander Christina, calling her a stalker hundreds of times with zero proof. So I think it's a good reminder and a good place to go back and remind everybody what people like Julie Skolnick and Lauren Matthias are really like, and play the court hearing. We've been talking about that forever. Absolutely, Casual Art. And I think that's a great direction. You guys game for that? Kind of doing a throwback to CrimeCon and watching those guys, Lauren, try to affect Christina, considering we get to watch in real time now that Christina is giving her the middle finger at CrimeCon. I'm shocked that Lauren was allowed to attend. And they had some hidden gem meetup yesterday. They were talking about it in their Patreon for quite some time. It's so weird. Yeah, Casual Art. I think that's a great reminder because Christina's never gotten justice. Ever. She is still that video, that 9 fucking hours of pure slander is almost at 500,000 views. Lauren weaponized her following. And it's just, ugh, gross. And I think it's the perfect kind of wraparound. Yeah, Ostrich, same. Hey, Cindy, good morning. Oh, Roses Fall, yeah. It is. Are you talking about Brandy? Brandy's been through hell and back. Her strength is admirable. Yeah, I know, Robert. The Reach Around crew is going up there. JLR, Criminal Network, Ted's supposedly flying it. Hank Charles, if you even attempt to help him dig that hole back, you're going to go in timeout too, sir. Get over here. You come here. You don't dig, and you're not helping your buddy. Sir. Sorry, we got guests. DGL, JLR, Criminal Network, Ted. Is that it? Is that the Reach Around crew that's going? Hey, Scottish Lass, good morning. Roses Fall. Thank you for letting us know. Brandy is the epitome of strength. I don't know how she does it. And with all of her health stuff, she's been through it. She has absolutely been through it. Okay, that's what I thought, Ostrich. I was like, ugh. You notice Ted's spider bite went away pretty fast? His little, did you guys see that ever when he posted that and then deleted it? I think he got punched in the eye, if I'm being honest, but he claims he got bit by a spider and magically it's fine now. He said in his little short that he did and then deleted that he might lose his eye, he might not. That guy is, Ted's got some shit going on. All right, let's fucking get to it. What you say? Might as well. I haven't even rolled the fucking intro yet. Sorry, I'm half awake. It's been a long week. All right. Let's get going. Fuck it. Chuck it in the fucking bucket, right? It's Friday. All the weird stuff happens to Ted. I think Ted just Ted might be glutton for punishment. Share what time is it in Egypt? I always try to figure that out. I guess I could look at the world fucking clock too, and I'm lazy. So there's that. It's been a real long week. I was shampooing carpets the last night we went to dinner with my in-laws really quick before I start, just to kind of give you a once over of what the hell is going on here. We go to dinner with my in-laws and our niece that was here. Our niece that has been here is Kyle's niece, who is the daughter of his brother that passed away. And both of his brothers have passed, as you guys know, but she is the brightest. She's just such a beautiful young lady. She's turning out. She had all the odds stacked against her, and she's one of those true stories of good things can come out of horrible situations. I'm so incredibly proud of her. She is 25. Her and Kenzie are like best buddies. They both have obsessions with cats, but she's flying down in October to go to a concert with Kenzie. And so we went to dinner with all of them. And then while we were at dinner, her and Kyle started talking about racing, go-kart racing. And he's like, have you ever been to Andretti's? And she's like, no, what the hell is that? And he's like, okay, we're going. So grandma, the girls, Kenzie and Caitlin, rode home with grandma. She dropped them off at our house. Kyle drove me and the littles. I had to stop to make at the dispensary to pick up my order. Anywho, totally on myself. And then he brought me and the youngest home, and him and the middle, so the 16-year-old, and then Kenzie and Caitlin went to Andretti's and went go-kart racing. They got home at like 11:30 or something. I don't know. He was babysitting the girls. He had Kenzie, who's going to be 24 in a couple days, his other niece, who's 25, and he was their DD. And they were racing go-karts and shit. It was so fun, though, to see him. And she was calling at like midnight. It's just the cutest thing. I'm so freaking incredibly proud of her, though. She has overcome so damn much. So she flies out at noon today, and then my sister flies in at 2:00. So it's a fucking wild situation going on over here, but it's good. Everybody's coming and going. Oh, absolutely, Scottish lass. He loves his girls. I stayed home so I could finish all my projects, finish the shampooing of the one section of carpet. I do them in sections. I'm a weirdo. It's just because we have so much for animals in here. Oh, the Andretti's. If you ever get to go to an Andretti's, they have them across the country. They're starting to put them in more places. It's spendy, but it's well worth it. You get to drive on the fast go-karts. So, yep, my sister arrives today. She'll be with us for a week. My niece left or is leaving today. Cooper is here with us, as you know. He's still pissed off about his hole being covered, and that's what he's telling me about this morning. All right. let's do this. Cooper. I don't know what he wants now. Hank's laying down, so he's pissed off at something. He always has to tell you about something. Go get your muddy paws out of here, you little shit. Okay, let's talk about fucking Skolnick. Julie, can you slow down? You're doing too much. I know you're pissed off at your friends, your coworkers, whatever the case may be, but you're just doing too much. You annoy me because you bitch and moan about everybody doing coverage on you, and then you fucking do shit like this. And it's like, you think we're not going to talk about you? Again, this is courtesy of the amazing Earth. Please make sure you are subbed up. I dropped her link. Okay, here we go. And it's going to be one of those that we pause and talk about a lot because I don't even know what she's doing. Like, why are you doing this to yourself? Don't forget, coworkers.
I just saw Hartley just put up another disgusting video, apparently, about me on YouTube, saying Julie from the vaults of Julie Skolnick. She's digging into my TikTok, Facebook. There were Reddit posts about me from TikTok from a long time ago on TikTok, and she's making.
That's not true. Hartley's doing nothing besides pulling clips out that she had clipped a year ago. That's it. That's all. In fact, I'll show you guys Hartley's last Julie post so you can see what she's doing. She didn't go back and start re-clipping shit out. None of that shit. She's pulling out clips from her vault of when Julie started her fucking insanity. It's really not hard to figure out, but of course, she has to lie. So this is what Hartley posted.
Investigates retweeted. He retweeted a post from a person who I said I am in fear of on a live the other day without saying his name, and it's to make me. And he is a manipulator, and he likes to threaten women because I feel threatened.
Good morning.
Why is he retweeting something from somebody I said I was scared of who was in prison? Why retweet that, SF? Why retweet that? So. I didn't know where SF lived before, but I think he said California. I don't know where he lives full time, but I'm going to have to find out if I have to press charges of harassment against him via the internet. This is to SF investigate. Anything else from the person I just showed who was in prison, who I felt was threatened, and you retweet it, I will consider that a threat. And I'm going to
notice the date on this, Julie, right here. And the title says, From the Vault, Julie Skolnick Patterns, 1/24/2025.
Go back to the police about you. Again, about you. Maybe you don't fear that. That's fine. But I'm not going to have my police department contact your police department in California. I'm going to have my police department contact Sumner County. And I'll contact the DA's office in Sumner County to talk about how you're threatening. And I'll call every type of civic organization, and school to warn them about how you threaten women who said they're scared of something. And then you retweet that person. I will interpret that as a direct harassment, threatening of me, intimidation of me, bullying of me, stalking of me. To have them contact Sumner County Sheriff's Department and Hendersonville. That are, I don't know how to put it. It's very disappointing. It's discouraging, and it's some of it's frightening. You sent out several. Well, good, because I'm definitely. I can't be the one to only send out those not tweets, but those X posts, because I'm being attacked viciously by people, who are, working with and supporting the child abuser, Christopher Proudfoot. I hate to have to start with this because I'm sure the hate channels will take this immediately and crucify me for it.
Oh, God, it's always been poor victimhood, Julie. Yeah, Wolfie, I'd like to know the same. But this is what Hartley clipped. This is what Julie is bitching about. That is a new TikTok. She did that Wednesday. That TikTok is from Wednesday. And she is claiming Hartley's doing something terrible now.
I feel frightened a little bit, okay? I have said that I think SF C. Fisher Investigates is a dangerous person. I think he's an unscrupulous person, and he's somebody who's clearly, when I wrote that question in on X in response to Laura Lodge's soliciting, questions people want asked on that live last night, which I could only watch 10 or 15 minutes before I had to get off for a specific reason. This man who I've never met attacked me viciously is being paid. He's a paid contract for people who have abused multiple children. Chris Crawford has abused multiple children, and frankly, that I am having, that I, in my efforts, I'm trying to get him put in jail. I mean, I'm just saying it flat out. I am trying to have his client arrested and put in jail for child. So
she sure is. So Sumner County has been the lead investigative agency. The FBI has been a part of Sebastian's case since jump 2. They're not the lead investigation, Sumner County is, but the FBI, all of the agencies have been involved. Yes, Chris and Katie hired SF as their PI. Seth had 4 to begin with. He claimed he had 4 different PIs working with him. Heather, Chloe, and then 2 anonymous. They had a tip line and a private investigator that was calling people. They did all of that shit. But here's Julie, based on no evidence, based on some rumors that she was told. We have no substantial information from law enforcement, just a bunch of speculation and theories. It's crazy. And here she is rewriting exactly what happened. Good morning, Tiff. Oh, gosh. Tiff, that's terrible. Hey, Aunt Maddie. Hey, Cindy. Sorry, I'm catching you, some of you. Hey, Miss B. Wolfie, Lindsay. Good morning. Hey, Bree. Right, exactly. Bree, it doesn't even fucking matter. This is what we do when somebody comes out lying. We show a pattern of behavior. That's exactly what Hartley was doing. She's not doing anything nefarious. She's just clipping and pulling out old shit of Julie's. That some people are new and don't recall, don't know. It's important. Hey, Deborah, because now Julie has taken it upon herself to target her ex-coworkers who she claims have done something nefarious.
Man has been paid. What did he say? He has a $15,000 retainer. Don't know what he said he charges hourly, but he will come after me. I mean, get to Chris, get his email. If they don't know how to do it, they don't know how to download it, and you're good at, you're good at that kind of stuff, computers, downloading software, downloading videos. Help out the neighbors so they can get it to Chris. Everybody can play a role in getting justice for Sebastian Rogers. Everybody has a role to play in this. Chris needs that video, unobstructed and more. And don't just give him from that night. Give him the whole week you have before. Give him 2 weeks before. Give him 2 weeks after. Chris from the mob crew has to get this footage so he can figure it out. He shouldn't be working. They're playing I hate to do sports analogies, but Julie, all my hair turned gray since I've been watching this case. Certainly Ellie has to have the video. Can we ask Seth to ask Ellie if they have it? It's driving me absolutely nuts, allegedly, in my opinion. Julie, ask him. Ask Seth. Ask him. Nobody's talking to me. No one's talking to me, sadly. And by the way, it hurts my feelings.
It is absolutely sickening and disgusting. No, this I just reported her for bullying. She was saying I look sick. I look COVID. I must have had COVID.
Play nice. I hope you have an amazing beach day. Thank you. We had a blast at the concert. Julie, not reporting Jay. Do you guys remember? I played that early on when I started I did a stream on Kick. It's probably not there anymore. In fact, I should maybe put that back up. I should probably put it on YouTube. I did a kind of a history lesson for some people that didn't know who Julie Skolnick even was, or the only side of her that they had seen was those parodies that she was doing. So early on, when this lawsuit dropped, I took to Kick and did a stream of her history. And there were so many things about her going after Jay, calling for mass reporting, because we all said what she was doing was ridiculous and she didn't like it.
I reported whoever was talking about me.
She struck people. She reported people. She mocked people's medical issues. I mean, everything that she advocates against, she did. She came in this sector, or this little overlapping cesspool, going real life as fuck on everybody.
Okay, I get you. It has 2 different channels. They have 2 different. I reported her for bullying me. She went on right after my live and said she's showing kids. She talked for 2 hours. I just saw the last I don't know, 15 minutes of it while I was reporting her for bullying. I'm going to try to reach Nick the Hat. I don't know if I can. This is insane. I'm getting...
Oh, no, not calling Nick to tattle. Hey, KB. Don't forget Nick the Hat, who is the main person that started this RICO alongside their fucking attorneys and Dog the Bounty Hunter, Seth Rogers, and friends, and other idiots. She was calling to tattle and had a wrench for Julie, not the Mr. Litigious one himself.
Bullied all over the place. Was harassing him. I'm trying to get in with same Is it the same person? Every day with Jay is Jay for Justice. Was harassing me.
Good morning,
in last hour. Oh my God. I don't know if I'll be able to get in touch. I'm gonna try to reach somebody who could reach him.
Sorry, I can't freaking talk this morning. Hey, Irony. Hey, Keith. Good morning, everybody. Thanks for stopping in. Hey, Countessa.
Last hour,
Who would bully somebody who raised autistic twins and showed them nothing but love?
I mean, Katie could be, if one of the cases is Katie, I'm saying if, possibly, and this comes back to Grandma Cruella Dearest, CB, saying there's not 5 cases against Chrissy Boy. She's throwing little Katie under the bus. You see that?
And there has never been, according to what I know, 5 CPS cases. What they took was documentation that was being passed around behind the scenes, to my knowledge, and claimed that 5 different dates with updates about a visit or visits. They took that and compiled all of those as separate visits. I have not seen the CPS paperwork, nor do I want to, but that's what I've heard from others that have seen it.
We're already starting. What's Katie's alibi? She
Morning,
doesn't have an alibi. Everyone else has an alibi, not Katie. You know, we say, what is wrong with Chris Proudfoot? What is wrong with Chris Proudfoot? The way he talks about Sebastian, the way he is. I mean, I think CP history is important here. Moving from place to place is a big red flag to avoid detection of abuse patterns and behaviors. Yes. Did Chris and Katie keep Sebastian off the internet because they're so worried about predators from the outside? How about abusers in their house?
Oh my gosh, look at the hair. Is that the toupee, do you think? Sin, are you still here? I need your eyes for a minute. Do you think she borrowed Lesniak's idea and got a toupee? Because look at that poof. The last time we had the one-sided poof that we were all noticing, do you think that she ordered a bunch of toupees to try and make her hair look like Lesniak's? Because they're similar. The foreheads look the same. What do you guys think? Maybe that Elmo helmet or hat is probably the best idea.
How about Chris? How about Seth saying he did a welfare check about Sebastian being with an RSO from Katie's family? And you know what's so sad about that? Is there's... How many people in her family have a criminal record? We don't even know which one he's talking about. Could be this one, could be that one, could be the other one. CB, Mommy, can you pick up the phone? Sebastian went to school. He told his teachers about me hitting him with a belt.
This is her mocking Katie Proudfoot, Sebastian's mom. Think about that.
And then the lady from CPS who's been here before said I have to leave.
That's what Hartley is pulling out. Hartley isn't doing anything different than she normally does. She's pulling out clips. And here is Hartley's response to Julie's bullshit, it looks like. So let's take a look at it. Oh my gosh. Good morning, everybody. Canvas and Crime, thank you again for another 10 gifted memberships. Thank you. Welcome to the cabana.
Welcome to the jungle. We got fun and games. We got
Sometimes I wonder what makes people who write torture prawn fanfic complete with dialogue about missing children and their parents tick. Then I realize I don't care. I just want them to stop it. Right, Bree? Thank you so much for the support and good morning. She is a sick fuck, for sure. I agree. Fit and curvy, agree. I think she used Tony Mathis, the situation with Tony going after people. Well, I think that's kind of her entry into shit, was how she kind of got the tide to shift. Good morning, Pika. Good morning, Deep, Dark, and Disturbing. Good morning, everybody. Okay. Here is Hartley's response. It looks like Julie Skolnick. Oh, no, you don't get to lie on me.
Hartley just put up another disgusting video, apparently, about me on YouTube, saying Julie from the vaults of Julie Skolnick. She's digging into my TikTok, Facebook. There were Reddit posts about me from TikTok from a long time ago on TikTok.
She did, Wolfie. A lot of these she's shown previously. Thank you, S. Hartley has, if you go back about a year on her page, Wolfie, she has so many clips of Julie Skolnick that she did put out. And I compiled those. There's like 300 plus combined clips from different channels and stuff. But Hartley did. She put a lot of this stuff out. She's just redoing a lot of it from the vaults.
She's making videos about them. And I just saw something pop up on my screens. It said Hartley from the Julie Skolnick vaults. So she's going back in time to dig on me to try to make me look bad. So around the end of November, it was actually the end of November, I started transferring some of my videos from TikTok to YouTube. And I kind of like the long format that you could do on YouTube. And they save those lives, not like here where they don't save the lives. There were, I mean, I've done like parodies and things like that on here about autism and stuff like that. Like, you know, I used to put on a wig and pretend I was a level 1 autistic person shaming a parent of a level 3 autistic person showing their kids, going, why do you show your kid on TikTok, right?
First, let me thank all of you who've been calling me grandma. So you remember that I have a precious baby granddaughter named Faith. What a beautiful name that is. And yes, I do remember my baby boy Chris has a wife. Her name's Katie. And Katie came to the marriage with an offspring. His name is this child. I haven't forgotten that child. I think about this child even when I'm on vacation.
Have a great day at work, SS.
In the British Virgin Islands. Her friends don't come to see her because nobody believes her. We trust Sebastian's teachers. It's CP's mom, CB. Da-na-na-na. 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 Thank you, Peacemaker. Snap, snap. Your family is all the same. Everyone else do you blame. Your excuses are insane. It's CP's mom, CB. Da-na-na-na. I'm going to read the last one. Da-na-na-na. 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 Last stanza. Your word about Seth and Nina and Sebastian. I'm saying it for them. What she said about them. Your words won't be forgiven. Your son could be facing prison. In a camper you may be living. It's CP's mom, CB. Da-na-na-na. 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 Snap, snap. I gotta think of a rhyme.
So in essence, you see why Hartley is pulling out a lot of this stuff, because it shows a pattern of her behavior, her going after people, taking zero accountability for it, turning the stories, going real life as fuck. Hartley ain't doing anything other than what clip channels do. Good morning, Up to Good. Go take care of yourself. By the way, when you guys are done with this, do you want a kitten update? Because Kenzie is bugging the shit out of me and wants to give you guys a kitten update before we continue with the Julie shit. Are you guys okay with the kitten update? Because, you know, I don't really have a say in it anyway, so you're likely getting a kitten update.
Foot rest. Dun, 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 dun. We'll hear those silver bells, silver bracelets are clinking in the orange jumpsuits. They'll get some shoes without laces, so they'll get their prison shoes without laces. And we hope we like the prison rub. I don't want it for just me. God, if we could only see the Proudfoots in prison. 'Cause all we want for Christmas is what? Something. I gotta think. Is something. Is Chris in the paddy wagon?
Hello. Bless you, Brother Bowersox. Bless you, Sister Bowersox. We are so sorry for all that you are going through right now with the media attention, because your demonic step-grandchild. People are looking for
Demonic. You're demonic. Do you hear that? She's calling Sebastian demonic. It's basically about the same level of Betty calling Sebastian defective.
demonic step-grandchild. People are looking for him. Why are these people looking for a demonic child? Don't they know if he's gone, that means the devil called him back? The devil called back all autistic children.
Yeah.
If you have an autistic child, grandchild, niece, nephew, if you're a teacher of autistic children, if you are a doctor of autistic children, please know that one by one, they will all disappear. Damn it! U.S. Marines, are you listening? He was a former U.S. Marine. Can they like strip somebody of being a Marine, take their pension away or something?
He was never a Marine. 18 years in the U.S. Navy. And she disrespects that too. This is your advocate, though. Bow down. Julie Skolnick is smarter, better, hotter, everything.
That's disgusting. What happens if they are guilty of committing a crime? Do they get their Marine stuff taken away from them? I'm just curious. Well, what an embarrassment to the Marines he is.
Well, if you could get it right.
Total embarrassment to the U.S. Marines. Terry Bowersox, disgusting.
Total embarrassment to autism advocates. That is factually what Hartley is pulling out and showing. And there's a reason for it. You can clearly see. Hartley, like I said, has fabulous clips on her channel of the history of Julie Skolnick. She definitely clipped a lot of shit from Julie a year ago, and there's a bunch of it out there. There is a playlist on my page compiled if you want any of those. Okay, really quickly, Kenzie is going to give you an update and show you the cat right quick, and then we will go back to Julie. Okay, Kenzie's taking you guys. Bye. Have fun. Bye. Have a great time. Okay. Don't make it long. Okay.
Oh, stop. Hold on, let me get whiskey. Whiskey, come on. She's obsessed with whiskey still, of course. Let's see. Come here. Whiskey loves her. Whiskey's been teaching her how to play. I'm good. How are you? She still does her hissing, but she's doing so good. Whiskey, come here. Every time, okay, so Whiskey will go try to eat some of her dry food, and she'll get up against this wall, like my closet, and like try to like kind of slowly push into Whiskey, like rub on her. She is so cute. Cause like, hold on. Look at this one next to her. She did the baby. She's so tiny. I did the baby. Let's see if she'll play. Whiskey's been showing her, though, that, like, playing is a theme. So I've been getting her to play. See, she just wants to love on Whiskey. She is so cute. See, I went to the vet. I did so good. I was a good girl. I'm healthy. She's interested, but she's hungry. Oh my god, her coloring. No, she's not a runt. I'm pretty sure she got dumped in a neighborhood while pregnant. Because she was pregnant when she got here. But there's been no sightings of the babies, so she's just really tiny. But Whiskey's been learning her, or teaching her how to play, and she's been learning, and she gets a little freaked out and like ducks when Whiskey gets a little too much, so I had to like help. Oh, she's going potty. But yeah. And if Whiskey's out of the room, she cries. Do you want that or not? But she's like a mix of Smush and Whiskey combined. Like Smush's pattern, Whiskey's coloring.
Okay, give me my computer back. Bye. Okay, there's the cat update. Welcome to the wonderful world. She's really actually coming around. She's really sweet. Okay, back to it. So that is what Julie said about Hartley. Let me take that back just a minute so you can see what that was about, and then we'll get back into this.
My TikTok, Facebook, there were Reddit posts about me from TikTok from a long time ago on TikTok, and she's making videos about them. And I just saw something pop up on my screens. It said Hartley from the Julie Skolnick vaults. So she's going back in time to dig on me to try to make me look bad. Right now, everybody, I'm going through something very difficult.
None of us have to try and make you look bad, Julie. You do it all on your own.
Which is, I was on YouTube. I've been on YouTube. I went on YouTube for a year. I started on YouTube when they said TikTok was going to go away. Remember that? And they said in January 2020, when after the inauguration, it was going to go away in January 2025.
Yeah, a bunch of you idiots came over here at that point in time. Not everybody from TikTok is bad. Let me clarify. There's a lot of them I like. But Julie, unfortunately, found her way over here. Mickey, thank you so much for the 10 gifted memberships. Welcome to the cabana. Thank you so much. For you, baby Kyle.
These things, these are from another planet. Things are not glow in the black light. Fuckers aren't. They glow. It's not real. It's an alien that attack us. It's not a bug. It's a fucking alien. Yeah.
That is one thing, Bog, that I'm realizing in this space is incredibly interesting to watch. How some people think that struggle is something only they, like Julie, experiences. She thinks she's got it rougher than everybody else. She thinks her struggles, nobody else understands them. They've never been through it. She is the only one with struggles in her life. And it's so weird to me. Everybody's going through shit. Some of us just choose not to let it control our lives. Mickey, thank you for another 10 gifted memberships. Welcome to the cabana. You guys are shaking the freaking people right on their asses. Let's see, what else do I have? Oh, you know what? We haven't seen this one. This is Duchess's clip to Betty, but it applies.
Welcome to the shit show. Every single day, a new flavor of fuckery. Cause everybody's such, you see, and they're dumber than a bag of...
That face just needs replaced with Skolnick's, but it totally, yeah, 23 filters for sure. That is for sure going on. And keep Dutchie and her spouse in your prayers, please, if you are the praying type. She has been, her immune system has been kicking her ass, and her hubby are fighting illnesses again. Oh, I appreciate that, Tribal Gal. She doesn't, I can shut this and none of it bothers me. Hey, Molly, that's one thing I think more people need to understand is we have control. I do not have to engage. I do not have to watch random people talk shit about me. I have control of certain things, and I definitely find those buttons for myself that I can shut this fucking shit down because it gets a little much. Casual art. Oh my gosh. Thank you for another 10 gifted memberships. Let's see if I have another button. Oh, I do. I have another Dutchie button. Thank you, Casual Art, so much.
Bitch, if I said some shit and you looking for apologies, scram, now you bother me. I meant that shit. Ooh, now, bitch, if I said some shit, now you calling me an idiot, but you're still not getting it. Yeah. I meant that shit. Every word that I said, bitch.
I mean, that's appropriate too. And because KB asked, of course I have that clip.
Did y'all not see it? It was Duchess. See it. It was Duchess.
I know, Tribal Gal, isn't that crazy that I don't have to respond to every lie told about me? And some of the shit talk, it's comical to me. And I just shut it off and say, yeah, they're not even worth the response. I know, it's amazing when you have boundaries or healthy self-awareness. And Wolfie, no, nobody talks shit about me ever. Just like they don't talk shit about you either, or any of us. It's the fucking internet. If you're not getting shit talked, what did Molly used to say? You're irrelevant. Whatever. Duchess. I know. Same. I kind of wish Smiley would act up again. She probably is. I just haven't been paying attention to her because she says some wild off the wall shit.
So around the end of November, it was actually the end of November, I started transferring some of my videos from TikTok to YouTube. And I kind of liked the long format that you could do on YouTube. And they save those lives, not like here where they don't save the lives. And, whoops. And so, there were, I mean, I've done like parodies and things like that on here about autism and stuff like that. Like, you know.
Okay, hold on. I need to promote my buddy really quick. Revival, drop your link, please, and do not argue with me. You usually don't do that, but I need you to. Revival has been making some community posts that are thought-provoking, and she is actually asking for open dialogue, open communication, not these like attack, but food for thought moments, like healthy discussion back and forth. And she made a post yesterday, and there is some actual healthy discussion going on in the comments. You know, some people get really upset by that because how dare you have healthy discussion or want differences of opinion to be expressed? People get really bothered by that, but make sure you are subbed up to Revival. Thank you, Pika. There she goes with the whatever comments already. But please, if you're not subbed up, go sub up to her as long as you can handle adult conversations. And like she said, she's been holding her tongue a long fucking time because of being my mod and my friend. And that comes with a lot of being put in the corner. She said no more. She is going to talk about what she wants, when she wants, and I appreciate the shit out of that. So make sure you're subbed up over there. Okay. And she makes some fucking hysterical clips at times and posts beautiful garden pictures. Good morning, Ola.
to put on a wig and pretend I was a level 1 autistic person, shaming a parent of a level 3 autistic person showing their kids, going, "Why do you show your kid on TikTok?" Right? And there was a couple people, a woman and her boyfriend, and hi Brian, who were on YouTube, who were really foul. He would say horrible things about women.
I want you to think about who her ex coworkers, I got to call them ex coworkers because now they're all on different apps. So they're not on YouTube anymore. So they've had a employment change. Julie here, for anybody that doesn't know, claims that YouTube is her employer, even though she's a creator. That's it. Well, she's not even really. She's a mess. That's basically it. But she calls people her coworkers, and that YouTube is her employer. It's the same as Bullhorn Betty. She's talking about Brittany and Craig. And I want you to think about, when she's talking about Brittany and Craig, how many people that this also applies to that Julie hangs out with. She didn't get kicked off of TikTok. She just was burning it to the ground, attacking parents of children with autism or young adults with autism, because Julie thinks that a parent of profound autism and somebody with a level 1 loved one that has autism can never, like, their experience is invalid. And she reminds people of that all the time, that if you don't know and do not have this level, according to Julie, then you can't understand. And she made a lot of enemies attacking parents on TikTok.
Call women names, really disgusting names.
Well, where the fuck is your videos about your buddy Elevated Delusions calling me a predator? Oh, wait. You didn't put your hearing aids in that day? Didn't hear it? Some of you crack me the fuck up. We're sick of it. But yet you support it. Okay.
They
all right.
lie constantly. And then I heard videos of them saying very things about people of different religions, different race, different.
I got to make sure we pin that, Freddie, so maybe you can make it to the next police report with us too, because you know Julie's going to say that that comment of an owl sitting on a snake reminds you of me sitting on Julie. She's going to take that as a threat, and she's probably going to try and reach out to Torchy Blaine and see if that $1,100 hit me on Groupon is still available, and see if they can get the hookup, because how dare you? That's terrifying to Julie. Straight to the popo. Maybe she'll take another selfie for us.
Cultures. And it was particularly offensive to me. They were threatening people. They even used me in a lawsuit.
All right, we got to back this whole fucking section up just a minute and break this down, because you see how she's doing this? They were threatening people. None of it she can be clear on, because none of it was directed at her like she tries. So she went to TikTok to rewrite the entire history of how this happened, Julie. The shitty thing for you and your friends, I mean, your little crew that's falling apart, that helped you run around and try to stir shit for months on end, saying that you had the right to feel fear.
Friend.
How are they feeling now?
And hi, Brian, who were on YouTube, who were really foul. He would say horrible things about women, call women names, really disgusting names. They lie constantly. And then
you do the same.
I heard videos of them saying very things about people of different religions, different race, different cultures. And
kind of like how you say things about other people's religions. Jewish and Catholic you seem to be okay with, but others you do parodies of and mock them. So freedom of religion applies to everybody, right? I might dislike someone's belief systems and we might talk about it, but it's their right to choose that belief system.
It was particularly offensive to me. They were threatening people. They even used me in a lawsuit that they were doing against other creators.
They even used me in a lawsuit that they were doing against other creators. She's talking about when a screenshot, or not a screenshot, it was the transcript from Granny's Watching's video was used in the RICO and racketeering, the injunction against Barbecue and Granny. They used a transcript of her talking about Julie and put it in their little bullshit. Julie freaked out. And it wasn't they, that was At Night Media, aka Nick and Hung.
I believe they were trying to pass me off as a different creator, putting me and my autistic children in some exhibits, which in a lawsuit I didn't agree with.
Fuck, you didn't. The lawsuit you didn't agree with? Is that why you asked when you first heard about it what your role in the lawsuit would be? In fact, I think I might have that one loaded. If not, I'll get it loaded. Let's see. Let's just take a little gander here and see if I have uploaded that one yet. Because if I have, we might. Oh. Would it be this one? Is it this one? See, I wasn't even prepared for all of her lies. Oh, sure is. This is from a year ago. Oh, shit, Julie. What's this? Your own words? The lawsuit you were against? Let's hear what you said.
I literally have to hire an attorney. I don't know what my role is going to be in this suit in Pennsylvania, but let me tell you something. There's an issue because you got one side suing the other side for an organized RICO case of harassment, intimidation, and bullying, right?
Right.
Threats, whatnot.
Right.
Implied.
God, why does she do the Michelle's debate? Right.
Threats.
You guys caught that though, right? Julie, tell us again. You were against this lawsuit, but why did you want to know what your role was going to be?
I literally have to hire an attorney. I don't know what my role is going to be in this suit in Pennsylvania, but let me tell you something. There's an issue because you got one side suing the other side for an organized RICO case of harassment, intimidation, and bullying, right? Threats, whatnot, implied threats. And then you have this week of the people, some of whom are the plaintiffs, doing what I would call an organized intimidation, threats or implied to me.
No, she has twisted shit per usual. Right back to her clip from Wednesday. Again, this is courtesy of Earth. Please make sure you are subbed up and go give this video a thumbs up.
I asked to be taken out of those exhibits, and for that, the woman creator was like, did a live stream reviewing me, talking to that lawyer, saying, take me and my autistic kids out of those exhibits. And then she said, I understand, like, why she's so upset, you know, like, why is she making such a big deal of it? She's gonna keep going. She's gonna end up losing her house. And I was like, excuse me, I'm gonna lose my house? So I had never even watched her before, but when I did start watching her, I was really nauseated. And then I saw some videos.
Because she's attempting to just swing this past this new audience on TikTok, let's just remind people of what actually was said.
Was upset, and today they were trying to get in her head and plant things in her head, like, you know, why, because they think Justin and Smiley came into her chat to bully her, but I think they were just trying to get her to understand what it all meant.
Well, and they're trying to tell her she's going to lose her house, for God's sake.
Yeah, they're like just trying to.
Hold on. I'm going to play that again. Because they're trying to put things in my head. You know, because Justin and Smiley came in my chat. Right? She later goes on to say she didn't watch Smiley. But that she says, they're trying, because they're trying to help her out because she's going to warn her she's going to lose her house. Did you hear that?
She's completely spins this and has for over a year. Brittany J wasn't even the first one to say that. That's not what she's actually saying, and I hate defending it, but it's the fucking truth. And B. Tim has tried to explain this to Julie, I know, numerous times on panels, and she refuses to admit what really went down here.
Play it again, just in case you didn't hear that. Yeah, Justin and Smiley came in here to help me, to warn me if I don't straighten up, I'm going to lose my house.
And plant things in her head, like, you know, why, because they think Justin and Smiley came into her chat to bully her, but I think they were just trying to get her to understand what it all meant.
Well, and they're trying to tell her she's going to lose her house, for God's sake.
Yeah, they're like just trying to help her out. But she's saying that they were attacking her, and then
it's really important context that they say they're planting, that's Sarah's suspicions that was on Brittany's panel, and she's saying people are trying to plant things in Julie's head, and Brittany goes, yeah, they're trying to tell her she's going to lose her house. The fuck? But Julie was going to sue her for libel and slander. That's why she was saying she needed to get an attorney. She came out threatening to go after Brittany J over a year ago because of this right here.
Jay and all them today were like trying to plant that in her head too. And do you see what they do? You see what they do because you didn't take the petition down. They're coming for you because she already thinks that. It's a bunch of delusional thinking on everyone's part over there. Like, I don't understand it, to be honest. Like, I thought we were all like grown adults with. Never mind. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna stop right now before I say something that I shouldn't.
They do the same thing to me too. They'll try to say they feel sorry for Craig because he doesn't know we're going to have to pay two people $150,000. Like, I get emails, people telling me I'm going to lose my house. It's ridiculous.
About money, though.
No.
And Brittany says, people send me emails telling me I'm going to lose my house. Basically, they're trying to say that the dark side at the time was trying to convince Julie that these things could happen to her. Smiley and Justin went into the chat. Julie has continued to misrepresent this entire situation. Yeah, Sunflower, I agree with you. I can't stand Sarah. But the facts are the facts. And Julie has intentionally misrepresented what this was from jump.
And that's intimidation.
And
it involves rapid.
Typical BJ, she's got to turn it that she's also getting those same things. Wah, wah, wah.
False racketeering. Just cut it off. Did you hear that part?
Yep, we heard it. Okay, back to Wednesday. See, Julie, this is really easy to do. And you're lucky I don't stream on TikTok, but maybe I'm going to start. I might start putting clips up there because if you think you're going to go to another platform and rewrite and use all of our names in your bullshit, you got another thing coming. I don't put this type of content over there really much, but I might start.
That she had made against another creator who was also a Jewish woman that were very anti-Semitic in nature. And
pay attention to this because this is an epic rewrite. She's talking about things that were said to Granny that Granny played, and Julie decided to insert herself and demand apologies on Granny's behalf. Had fuck all to do with her, not a single thing, but she inserted herself like the dirty fucking. Never mind, I won't say that because that's gross.
And I reported them to YouTube.
That's what I can call her. She's like a suppository. She inserts herself and she becomes a pain in the ass. An enema. She's like an enema. That's what we're going to call her.
They would say things against Muslims. They would say things about Catholic people. They basically have some weird religious theories, but
no, they're extremists. They're extremists. So are a bunch of your other friends, your coworkers, I mean, not friends. They're ex-coworkers.
The man is unhinged and he's threatens people and he owns weapons and all kinds of stuff.
The man is unhinged. He owns weapons. The police have been involved. The police have secured the weapons. You know, we know all about Craig and his reckless behavior. That's never been directly at Julie, but Julie's got to be the victim.
And eventually, you know, as my way of, you know, critiquing them, a lot of creators would play their videos and critique their live streams. You know, they would play it and they would stop it and then they would like make comments.
You mean when you recently just called your ex-coworkers your little groupies, you called them out and said that Brittany was their cash cow? You mean those creators, your ex-coworkers that review Brittany 24/7, that you say Brittany's their cash cow?
About
that group of creators, is that who you're talking about?
What the people were saying, sometimes very mean comments or whatever. My way of critiquing what they were doing that I found very offensive was to do parodies. I used my skills, my talents, you know, for being funny, for dressing up in costumes, for writing little songs and lyrics and everything like that, and did parodies to show the absurdity of.
Not only did you do parodies, you actively poked and poked and poked for a fucking reaction. Good morning, allegedly.
Of the hatred they were spreading, the lies they were spreading, right?
It is.
And I did those parodies.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Toledo Mom, thank you.
That's right. Fit and curvy.
And parodies, right, you know, don't equal antagonizing to the point, people to the point of threatening somebody with violence. And that's what happened to me.
Oh, is that? So now she is claiming that her parodies are what kicked off a threat of violence to her. One major rewrite after another. No, what kicked off you even getting mentioned was because you were poking. You struck her channel. You went real life and had been going real life proudly, calling agencies on her and Craig, proudly stating so, collecting information. In fact, you were pissed because Brittany hosted Tony Mathis to get up there and tell you that if you didn't slow your roll, basically, they were going to put everything out about your life. Brittany hosted Tony, let him say that, and that was it. But you were already digging. See, you had already threatened her with a lawsuit way over a year ago because a transcript got added to their bullshit RICO and racketeering injunction, and you had a fit. Liar. Hi, babe.
If that were the case, everybody who does a skit on Saturday Night Live making fun of a public figure, you know, dressing up as them and doing skits to point out, you know, things they do that are offensive or absurd or whatever, all of them should be able to be threatened with violence. And I ended up getting threatened with violence once in the beginning of December, and I didn't report it right away. But when I was threatened with violence the second time by the male partner.
Oh, fuck. Julie. Let's take it back again. Sorry. She just did another whoopsie. whoopsie, made an oopsie. I'm not going to go through and play all the threats. They're in a video. I just did them. I did the threats with the police reports once again. You can go watch. I can grab the link for that video if you want. We all know what was said to her and how it happened. And if you don't, ask and we'll direct you to hundreds of hours of Julie's own words that you can follow along exactly how we got here. And she did a
Oopsie, made a oopsie.
Carry on, Julie.
Who does a skit on Saturday Night Live making fun of a public figure, you know, dressing up as them and doing skits to point out, you know, things they do that are offensive or absurd or whatever. All of them should be able to be threatened with violence. And I ended up getting threatened with violence once in the beginning of December, and I didn't report it right away. But when I was threatened with violence a second time by the male partner of this woman who she puts on her live streams, allows to talk and everything, just over a week later,
she filed the first police report December 12th. She was so threatened that she went to the police after striking Brittany's channel on the 9th of December. She struck her channel wanting a reaction. She got one. She got talked about. She was not threatened, in my opinion, at all. She was never mentioned by name by Craig or Brittany. Not at all. The first police report she files is December 12th. She knew and had openly discussed her not thinking that it was enough to go to the police over. But then, because she gets a comment from a comment chat or another creator's comments in their chat, she hears that Brittany says she's going to go to the police. So they do this back and forth. Oh, go ahead. Yeah. Bullshit. It's all a bunch of bullshit. Straight up bullshit. Scottish Lass, thank you so much for being a member for 3 months. And Bree says she may as well just admit she thinks missing and murmured people are punchlines at this point. Right, Bree? Thank you so much for the support. Agreed. She is something else.
When the second threat came out.
So then after the 12th of December, for anybody that doesn't know the timeline, just to give you a little clarification here, she decides to build a pattern of these threats. So she starts frantically going through every stream and listening to every creator, and they try to start searching for things that can be threatening. So she hears another creator replay December 4th. December 31st, after she had already started filing police reports, she takes her ass back to the police department on December 31st and reports a threat that supposedly happened from December 4th. So the first one officially was December 12th. And then as she's wanting to build her pattern of threatening behavior towards poor Julie, she starts going through alongside her buddies, trying to search for things that they can twist to build this pattern. Hence, filing December 31st over something that happened, she claims, on the 4th. That was never directed to her, ever. And we've reviewed all of that.
Of violence against me. Then I went to the police. And I announced on my lives that I was going to the police because I wanted the threats to stop. There was also some other things that happened prior to that. Around Thanksgiving, the first threat was the first week in December. Thanksgiving time, so just before that, one of their friends actually accused, didn't say it as, oh, snoozy poo, thank you. Didn't say it as like, I believe or in my opinion or anything like that. They basically said that my husband was abusing Spencer, something nobody has ever in a million years accused my husband of doing.
And that was a creator by the name of Lolly, not Brittany or Craig. Lolly, who is independent creator mess all on her own, she is who did that. But you like how Julie mixes everything together as one situation.
We are if you follow me on TikTok, you know we are opposed to any kind of hitting, physical restraints, physically restraining a child with autism, doing isolation or seclusion with a child with autism. We are against that. And the idea that they would just outright accuse us, and this was a friend of hers, and then right after there's a pattern with that, and then right after the person said that my husband, and she was going to report him to authorities, it upset me very much, because I wasn't talking about this woman. I didn't even watch her. Her name was Lolly. Her name is Lolly. And I didn't watch Lolly. I wasn't talking about Lolly. Lolly wasn't talking about me. And it seemed weird. Hi, Panda Cakes. Nice to see you so much. Nice to see you. Well, things aren't going that great. I'm in a court case right now. I'm not suing anybody. The prosecutor has picked up charges against 2 creators.
The prosecutor has picked up charges. Okay. So once again, choice of words matters. She tries to slide that by. The municipal prosecutor didn't pick up anything. These are standard procedures with these private citizens' complaints in New Jersey. This was not sent up to the county prosecutor. It has stayed at the municipal court level. Julie wanted felony charges. Instead, they downgraded and have kept it at the municipal court level. There was no need for a county prosecutor, which a lot of places call a district attorney. You get it. There was no need for them to pick this up. It's a non-indictable charge. They didn't have to. This is standard procedure. They're usually maintained within the municipal court level, and that's the purpose, to keep these out of Superior Court, because they're such petty misdemeanors. And we're talking moving violations, work permits, neighborhood disputes. That's what this is typically used for. Julie is using it to try and build a cyber harassment campaign against her. That's what she's trying to do, is use this private citizen's complaint and say, oh my God, and all these things, and it needs to be upgraded. Nobody picked this charge up. Julie had to go in and file for this.
The person said that my husband, and she was going to report him to authorities, it upset me very much, because I wasn't talking about this woman. I didn't even watch her. Her name was Lolly. Her name is Lolly. And I didn't watch Lolly. I wasn't talking about Lolly. Lolly wasn't talking about me. And it seemed weird. Hi, Panda Cakes. Nice to see you so much. Nice to see you. Well, things aren't going that great. I'm in a court case right now. I'm not suing anybody. The prosecutor has picked up charges against 2 creators on YouTube. And Lolly said that my husband was abusing Spencer and was going to report him to authorities, which made me very upset. And then this woman who's her friend had her on her show just after she made these statements about Al. I pray it's over. It has to be over by June 10th. I swear, Shauna, it has to be over. You guys, this is going to get wild, this story. Okay, listen. So what happened? So then she had that woman Lolly on her show and said, oh, Lolly, I'm so sorry. People are, being mean to you, because people didn't believe what she was saying about my husband, because my husband would never, ever, ever hurt our kids, ever. We're against that.
And everybody collectively, for the most part, stood against Lolly threatening to contact CPS. In fact, as soon as I saw it go up, I screenshot it, sent it to some creators who were live at the time. It was Queen Bee, and she addressed it right there on the spot. As soon as she got notice of it, she addressed it. I addressed it. Everybody collectively stood up and said, nope, we don't do this. Bullshit, Lolly. But Julie, poor Julie, and it never happened. No calls, to my understanding, were ever made.
and she apologized to her, and she made her a moderator for her channel, to reward her or something. And then I was like, what's this about? Like her making her a mod right after.
To reward her or something. BJ had just lost a bunch of mods and was desperate for mods that do crazy shit. I mean, let's just call it what it is. Lolly is prone to doing crazy shit. She herself has attacked the same parents of missing children. When Julie first came onto YouTube, they were buddies. They were green team. Well, I guess there probably was competition within their creator work environment, because they were coworkers too. So there might have been some competition between Lolly and Julie of the craziest bitch on the internet, or who can say the most foul, disgusting shit against a parent of a missing child. Lolly and Julie kind of had some competition about it.
Like, this is the woman.
Belinda, good morning. And I hope you are enjoying yourself and relaxing. We need a suey. I know that's a pig that does that, but we need something for the LawCow. Like, they moo and they sue, but we need like a sound clip of suey to go with her. Maybe I can get the LawCow to say that.
And who's involved in the court case. And
good. I'm glad to hear that.
This is weird. Like, are you behind this? Because I wasn't talking about Lolly. Lolly wasn't talking about it. Just came out of the blue. It was so, like, we were so sideswiped by. We were just like, where did this come from?
It's not out of the blue. There are clips of Al in the background. Now, I cannot say where that energy is directed because, of course, we don't see it, but you hear Al in the background being extremely aggressive towards the couch when he's trying to find a remote. That's what Julie said. People have been hearing things in the background and pointed it out. It didn't come out of the blue. It was something heard in her live stream that they zoomed in on.
But when I heard this woman making her a mod, I was like, oh, this is where. So that was the precipitating events that was going on right before the first threat. It was a back and forth between me and this woman about these terrible accusations of my husband.
So she's being completely disingenuous once again. That's not how this started. She had already threatened to sue Brittany for slander and defamation a year ago over the twisted context of they're telling her she's gonna lose her house, which she fucked up completely and has never backed down from that. Then she started collecting on BJ because Tony Mathis went up there, which she had already been doing. Then she uses the excuse of Lolly being given a wrench on BJ's channel after Lolly dog whistled for CPS to be called on Julie, which she did, and we stood against it. She uses that as the excuse. Meanwhile, she was poking BJ and Craig, doing parodies, mocking that he threatened, intoxicated others, was waving a weapon around. She thought that was parody worthy and funny as fuck. But she's omitting a lot of details that got us to this point. And the very night that Lolly was given a wrench in BJ's channel, that pissed little Miss Sunshine off over here, the solid gold dancer extraordinaire herself. And she dropped a whole bunch of private information in Cluminati's Discord because BJ gave Lolly a wrench. That was Julie's go-ahead. It infuriated her.
About Spencer. And so then.
Oh, fuck. Good point, Jen, not Jen. I would have never even thought about that, but you're right. You're fucking right. And that would have nothing to do with it, but you know as well as I do, they're reaching as hard as a motherfucker. So, yeah, that has nothing to do with it. It's just the sound of the sue part. That would make sense. I'm going to still do it anyways because she says that shit anyways. It doesn't matter what I say. Somebody else is claiming Jen, not Jen, they're saying that I review Julie just because I'm anti-Semitic and she's Jewish. That I dislike her because she's Jewish. No, I dislike this bitch because she's fucking insane. She threatened to sue me. Big deal. We laughed about it. Did a fundraiser. She lies like a Persian rug.
The second precipitating event is, there was a back and forth between us. I've told the prosecutor everything. I've told him about the parodies I've done. I've sent him parodies I've done. I told him there was this back and forth over the accusation.
Thank you, Revival. I will make sure I clarify in case people are lost. That was Elevated Delusions that made that claim that I am reviewing Julie and don't like Julie just because she's Jewish. No, that has absolutely nothing to do with it.
With my husband, and then previous to that, there was, the whole stuff about that RICO case and everything.
Hey, Marcy.
But true. A back and forth, being
that's right. Hey,
talking to one another about, I don't like this, I don't like that, is not the same thing as making threats of violence.
We got to dissect that. No, Bog. Anybody with fucking common sense, they're reaching as fucking, like I said, hopefully they all have really good massage therapists, because some of the fucking reaches I've seen recently or heard are extensive. Good. I mean, good try. Never going to work out, but good attempts. I got to give him an E for effort.
I've told the prosecutor everything. I've told him about the parodies I've done. I've sent him parodies I've done. I told him there was this back and forth over the accusations with my husband. And then previous to that,
he claims that she's told the municipal prosecutor, who by proxy is representing her because she filed the claims. Now, she lives in New Jersey. The defendants that she's going after live in North Carolina, have never even been to New Jersey. She was trying to make them come to New Jersey for an RO. She not only filed private citizens complaints, at the same time on February 11th, she took her ass to Superior Court because she wasn't getting her way and filed for a restraining order against Craig, allegedly with Brittany J's significant other, who is a background bitch that you hear occasionally saying reckless shit. End of.
There was, the whole stuff about that RICO case and everything. But a back and forth, talking to one another about.
You actually titled your live streams Tit for Tat. Did you tell him that too? Did you tell him that you struck her channel looking for a response? Did you tell him that you handed off the information when you went to the police station to make sure he was going to get served? Did you tell him that you handed that off to your coworkers at the time so they could prepare live streams and listen to the scanner and roll out merch at the same time? Did you tell him that you encouraged your coworkers to do all that? Well, you were claiming you were so in fear for your safety and your life that your coworkers knew what was going on and did all the same things. I got you, sis.
Oh, I don't like this, I don't like that, is not the same thing as making threats of violence. That is against the law in every state. And in the state of New Jersey, we have a law that is different than cyber stalking. It's called cyber harassment. And it's a lower bar to prove than cyber stalking. In cyber harassment, you actually don't have to show that you believe somebody's going to carry out those acts of violence that they're threatening. You just have to show that that these statements would cause a reasonable person to feel alarmed.
We have to be working with a reasonable person to begin with. And you have never been reasonable. You came on YouTube making your first live stream that you ever did. We reviewed you in real time because your behavior was so ridiculous. You said you had breaking news. And we're going over photos of the parents' home where the missing child disappeared from, claiming that you had this breaking information zoomed in. No, bitch, you didn't have shit. And you knew that. You embarrassed everybody, including yourself, but you never stopped. Then you just started threatening to sue everybody and trying out of your own mouth to get Chris Bradfoot put in jail. not based on evidence, but because Julie decided she knows what's going on. And then she claims that they duped her. But she is so good at research. She is the best at research. Just ask her. And she will do family trees without your permission. All you have to do is make a comment in her chat and she will dig in on you and find out what charitable organizations you donated to 10 years ago because it's her right, she thinks. Crazy bitch.
Or disturbed or scared or annoyed or harassed, right? And so we had and in the process of this, they're digging in the process of this of these threats going on. The woman who's involved also did a couple things. One thing she did was a very, very disgusting anti-Semitic live stream. I mean, she's made anti-Semitic remarks to me before.
Okay, I need to ask you guys something because I've dug through everything I can find. This does not exist. There was a live stream where there was some comments in the chat that were being made that were disgusting. But what she's about to say here, I need to know if you guys recall this. I know what live stream she's talking about, but what she is saying here did not happen. So this is a complete fabrication. So even playing the clips of what happened is so far off because it never took place. Listen.
But this one particular live stream was horrendous and her chat was horrendous. They called me bird beak throughout, talking about my nose. She says, I'm not anti-Semitic, and then someone wrote, oh, you mean you're not antiseptic? And someone says antisepsis. And she's like, antiseptic, antisepsis, ha ha ha. And she pins it to her.
What they said was you look like a Simpsons character. That's what was said about you, is that you look like a Simpsons character. And you do. I mean, and you do. That ain't anti-Semitic to say that you look like a Simpsons character. Sorry, just not going to work.
Screen, they were saying they don't believe that I'm Jewish.
Where did this happen? Maybe the comments, but these things were never said by the people she is trying to get charged with felonies. Keep that in your head.
Because I'm not Orthodox, and they said she should make me recite a prayer in Hebrew. They said in the chat that
she clarifies in the chat. These were things being said by chatters.
Reading all of this stuff out.
Oh, so if this is scary, like Julie claims, and so problematic, should I go file police reports on your chat? Because they said I was going to cause your disabled dependent seizures? Fucking psychopath.
And
that is my opinion based on her behavior and this rewrite that is such a twisted version of any of the events that have transpired. Right, sue the chat.
They said, what else did they say?
Right.
Somebody said she was calling me Jew instead of Jewish. She was saying, she's a Jew. She's a Jew. Julie's a Jew. And somebody in her chat corrected her and said, it's impolite to say Jew. You really should say Julie is Jewish, right? That's the more polite way to address somebody as opposed to saying, you Jew. And she took issue with them correcting her about calling me a Jew. It was a disgusting live stream. And there's other comments, but that one really took the cake. And the whole live stream was dedicated to talking about me and my Judaism. And then this is all the while there was 5 different threats of violence made towards me by her.
Now there's 5. Now we've got 5 different threats. What? By her. Who the fuck is she talking about?
Saying you Jew. And she took issue with them correcting her about calling me a Jew. It was a disgusting live stream. And there's other.
And you are completely misrepresenting what even happened. And listen, some hate speech is still protected speech. We don't have to like it. But she is completely misrepresenting how this even went.
Comments, but that one really took the cake. And the whole live stream was dedicated to talking about me and my Judaism.
The fuck? It is not. It was not. She says there is an entire live stream that was made to talk about her being Jewish. That is bullshit. Play the clip, Julie. Play it. Roll that beautiful bean footage of the entire stream being about you being Jewish. Cajun Kool-Aid, it's not wrong, though. She does look like, so many people have said she looks like Marge Simpson. That is nothing more than saying she looks like Marge Simpson. Yeah, Yehuda. Exactly. Yep. But that's not how that went at all.
And then this is all the while there was 5 different threats of violence made towards me by her partner.
There she claims there were 5 different threats of violence made. By the way, if you haven't seen this, that's bullshit. We've gone through every police report that she's filed. 5 different threats. Male
Partner that they have kids together. They're not married, but they have kids together. And then she asked the internet, she said she wanted to talk to my husband. This is after her partner has made threats of violence. And she basically.
Oh, she exhausts me. Why do you have to be such a fucking martyr of everything, Julie? You see what she's doing on TikTok, though? She's over there telling all sorts of tall tales. She's like, let me come over here because nobody knows what the fuck I'm actually doing. So, you know what? I might be able to get away with my fucking bullshit over here. You're exhausting, Julie. You're fucking exhausting. Your bullshit is exhausting. Everybody is sick of it. Hold on, I'm trying to do. Okay, that's not going to work. We'll try that later. I was going to add a clip, but it's giving me a hard time.
You might as well have said, hey, everybody on the internet, can you help me dox Julie's husband, Al? I mean, she didn't say that. She said, I want to talk to Al. Can you guys help me? Speaking to the whole internet, with thousands had seen the live stream. Can you help me get his cell phone number?
That's not what was said. She never directly asked for his number either. She said, maybe I should contact Al. She didn't specify his phone number. And you put Al on blast in the jump.
My husband has no interest in talking to any stranger from the internet, much less the partner of a man who's made threats of violence to his wife. So it goes to showing a pattern of harassment.
Nope.
And it's also against the law in our state. And
well, there you go, Sin. There's your answer. It's against the fucking law. It's illegal. Roses, thank you so much for the 5 gifted memberships. Appreciate you. Thank you for the support. Let's see. Bobblehead.
Bobble, 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 bobblehead. Bobble, 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 bobblehead. Bobble, 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 bobblehead. Bobble, 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 bobblehead. Bobble, 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 bobblehead.
Wait a second. Wait a second. Is it Belinda's birthday coming up? I can't see him. Belinda, I can't. She's got me blocked. I didn't even get a chance to comment over there. She blocked my ass on TikTok. Scared bitch. Why would you block me? I'm just friendly and all sorts of shit. I don't know why you would block me. You hurt my feelings and shit. Joking. Let's see if I can do it this way, though. I haven't created an alt yet. I need to. Oh, never mind. Which ones? Which ones are we playing? Because are you talking about?
New Jersey, and I see a woman trying to keep her shit together with a woman checking her out. This lady's at the store in front of me in line. She's at the counter. She says to the woman, "Give me that receipt. Give me that receipt."
I see why she's on TikTok. I'm not going to hate. I'm not going to hate on her being on TikTok, honestly. Those filters do her wonders, and she has a complete issue with people knowing that she looks way older than she actually is. She's only 55, looking like she's 72 and shit. No shade to anybody that's 72. Rock that shit. But Julie gets really offended. I mean, I see why they go to TikTok. She's got filters for days.
Right now. And the two women behind the counter like look at each other, and that pisses off the lady in front of me even more. And the woman says, she goes, "Listen to me. If you're smart, you're going to give me that receipt. You're going to give me that receipt right now. Because now the two of you are looking at each other and rolling your eyes. And don't talk about me in Spanish because I speak Spanish too." So they like freeze. She goes, "I'm telling you, give me that receipt right now. Because what's going on here between us is not going well for you. So give me that receipt so I can take a walk. Okay?" And they just handed the receipt. I don't know why it's so funny to me, but it is. To all the Jersey girls out there, I salute you. I love when I'm at a clothing store in New Jersey and I see a woman trying to keep her shit together with a...
What the fuck is going on over on TikTok? Right. Disorderly conduct. That's true. That's fair. Well, let me see what other ones are there. I'll go look. Happy early birthday, Belinda. I didn't know your birthday was coming up. And you got time off too? Ooh.
In her state to what they call facilitate threats of violence. So if you have the way the law is written, if you have a podcast and you know somebody is going to make a threat of violence, or you allow people to use your channel to make threats of violence towards somebody else, that's called facilitating threats of violence, right? And so it all is part of a pattern of harassment.
Oh, Belinda, I'm mad at you right now. Just mark it down on the calendar.
Always having to explain to it. You're right.
Look at this fucking filter. Oh, yeah.
It's exhausting always having to explain ourselves over and over again. I'm talking about profound.
Okay. We should be coming back. I switched Wi-Fi. I don't know what's going on. Oops. Let me switch that up. I'll put us back on that one. Oh my. Oh my gosh. That one's scary. Oh. Let's see. What else do we got? Oh, this one.
Today was a hard day for me. I took down my channel on YouTube over a month ago because I've been dealing with a court case having to do with creators who were making threats and harassment against me. And it's still going on. It's a wild story, but
You guys should be back, right? We've seen this one. This is the one we watched the other day, but we'll rewatch it right quick. You guys back? Everything good? I don't know why my internet's glitching right now. She has become one with the pillow. For some reason, this is the Meeble bullshit that she does. Okay, carry on. This is filled with lies that we've debunked already.
other creators on YouTube came after me because, in my opinion, the creator who is in court right now with me, the state of New Jersey, picked up the charges, is a cash cow with other creators reviewing this person and her partner. It's a long story, but one of the people who makes money on talking about this person for the last year at least is a creator who goes by the name of Queen. And there was a meeting with the prosecutor before a previous court hearing. And prosecutor meetings are never open to the public. Even hearings that are in a courtroom are not allowed to be recorded or audio recorded, video recorded, or photographed unless there's the express written permission by the judge or court official. And there wasn't. And you definitely can't record a prosecutor meeting. But this creator named Queen, she played the video of that prosecutor meeting, not once, not twice. She also replayed a post that doxed out Spencer's twin, who, if you've been following me on TikTok here for 3 years, you know I don't say his name and stuff.
That's a blatant lie. Give me 2 seconds because that's worth debunking in real time. Oh, these people give me a headache. Normally, I wouldn't care to pull this one again because we've done it 15 gazillion times. However, some things are
named Queen. She played the video of that prosecutor meeting, not once, not twice. She also replayed a post that doxed out Spencer's twin, who, if you've been following me on TikTok here for 3 years, you know I don't say his name and stuff. So to hurt me, she used Spencer's twin, who by the state of New Jersey is considered a vulnerable adult. That's not the point of this video. The point of this video is she also replayed a post that doxed out Spencer's twin, who, if you've been following me on TikTok here for 3 years, you know I don't say his name and stuff. I don't say his name and stuff. So, Al, if you go to Amazon, can you show
He can go. So,
on our account?
I mean, I can just go on my phone and look it up.
All right. Well, if you go.
So I guess that kind of debunks that, doesn't it, Julie? Shocking. Oh, look at her. She has become one with the pillow. You guys are right. We've got Betty, who is besties with Mike Lindell and the My Pillow guy. Do you think that Betty gave her the hookup with her pillow guy? Do you think they are actually sharing custody of Mike Lindell and the My Pillows? Sleeping Beauty. Oh my God, Sin. We could do a whole fucking cartoon lineup between Elmo. Oh, shh, whisper. She's sleeping. Shh. We gotta talk in her low voices, not to wake up the Sleeping Beauty. Shh. She's so peaceful and shit. Honestly, this is probably the best look I've ever seen of Julie Skolnick. Silent and eyes closed. They're not moving back and forth like 500 different directions. Shh. Oh, fuck. We're going to ruin that in a second. She's going to open the mouth again.
So to hurt me, she used Spencer's twin, who by the state of New Jersey is considered a vulnerable adult. That's not the point of this video. The point of this video is there's an investigation launched by the prosecutor and the court administrator because of that illegal recording of the prosecutor meeting that was then uploaded to YouTube by a...
So 5 days ago, she took to TikTok to really start spinning stories. I'm sure we could go back further and find more, but she really started going back to TikTok because after her failed panel situation with Bitter Tea on Kick, and what a mockery they made out of everything, lying, you know, targeting individuals and lying some more. I mean, the lies were just, it took us like 18 hours to get through 3.5 because there were so many lies that needed debunked in that. It was a bitch. However, Julie took down her YouTube channel again under advisement, according to what she's claiming on the back end, of her ex-coworkers. Yes, I can. Hold on. Good idea. I will pull that up. The Tickle Me Elmo. I'll play this and I'll get it ready.
Anonymous channel and email to 2 creators. One of them being this woman who goes by the name of Queen.
These are lies.
Secretly recording a meeting like that, uploading it to the internet. It's all part of a crime in New Jersey that has to do with wiretapping, a felony. So there's an investigation. I cooperated with that investigation. I gave them all the information having to do with how it got to the internet. Lots of creators played it, but the first creator who uploaded was somebody called Mr. Docket. And that Mr. Docket emailed it to 2 creators, one who goes by the name of Nonsense, one who goes by the name of Queen.
Me.
And I was told by a creator who did not play the video then, when she was messaged by Queen by a text about the video the same day that the prosecutor meeting went on. And I didn't talk to that creator to talk to her about what I was telling the police who were currently investigating this, because I shouldn't have to. And I didn't get the police reports. I talked to the police for 20 minutes, 30 minutes. They come out with a paragraph of the report in their own words. And they get things wrong. But they didn't get it wrong about Queen texting another creator. The only thing they got wrong was they thought it was another creator from a different platform, not YouTube. No. It was a creator from YouTube. And the creator told me about it on the phone. And she also talked about it, although not in as great a detail as she said to me on the phone. Her name on YouTube is Granny. On the 3rd of April, so 2 days after Queen, 2 days after the prosecutor meeting that was illegally recorded and played.
She's lying about a bunch of this, and we played it the other day. She is misrepresenting what happened per usual. That's pretty typical of Skolnick. She likes to rewrite history on a lot of shit. Shocking, isn't it?
First by Queen and then other creators. Granny did a live stream April 3rd. And she talked about, briefly, quickly, you might not have even caught it, about just what I put in that police report, about being texted by Queen about the illegal video that she was going to play. Here's the screenshots. Here's the recording from Granny's live stream, April 3rd, talking about how Queen sent it to her by text. This is the AI summary from the video that Granny played, where she mentioned what she said to me on the phone. It says at 2 hours and 31 minutes, Granny notes that Queen reached out to her via text to inform her that she was planning to play the leaked audio on her own stream.
According to what's been said, Queen texted Granny and said, hey, I'm going to play this video that just dropped. She didn't send her the video. She didn't try to recruit her to play the video, anything. Julie made a police report, rewrote the entire thing. I dropped the link earlier in the chat. of us debunking more of this. If you want to go see these, we've already debunked all of this bullshit TikTok and inlaid the truth and the actual proof. And don't come for me. I'm just the messenger. You put the Elmo hat on. That's none of our fault. None of us have nothing. You did it. We didn't.
This is a screenshot of what Granny said on her stream about Queen texting her about the prosecutor video. And now I'm going to play a clip of that video from April 3rd.
I did not know that nonsense was sent this.
So what? What does that mean? And then at the end, the huff, what?
Oh, they made one too?
What did you think you were going
I haven't seen theirs yet. I'll have to go look at theirs. I haven't seen theirs.
to send it to your people, that we're going to send it to people on the dark side? You were going to try to get us in trouble, but you didn't realize that nonsense would be one of those people, and now you regret it because, like, what? So what? Exactly, Meg. And now she's worried that she maybe that her plan failed. Nonsense wasn't meant to be on the list because I didn't get it. I can assure you all, I didn't get a fucking email. I found out because Queen texted me to tell me she was playing it.
Yeah. Granny says right there, Queen texted her to tell her she was playing it. Not that she tried to recruit her, not that she sent her the link, none of what Julia's trying to write this as. But Julia's been stirring shit, and she has absolutely tried to involve her ex-coworkers in her games. She's telling people behind the scenes that she is very disappointed in her ex-coworkers because they basically encouraged her, were communicating with her, and then embarrassed her by blocking her and not taking up for her. And the shit is getting deep. I just want you guys to know Julie's releasing shit to her friends to write a narrative about her ex-coworkers, which everybody predicted.
I had no idea. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Peachy is almost like she's shocked because it wasn't meant to get to her.
Sorry to bore my TikTok friends with this. I had to put it here because...
No, she's not. She's not fucking sorry that you have to be bored to death with her rewrites. She is desperate for anybody to believe her bullshit because nobody believes her bullshit. Whether they are okay with Brittany and Craig getting charges or not, nobody believes this bitch. They might be using her as a useful idiot, which she's finding out the hard way that that's all it's been. They don't give a fuck. They saw the lies. They saw that you were willing to put yourself in this position to lie. You were their useful idiot.
I took down my YouTube channel, and yesterday I was accused that I lied to the police. Queen called me a liar. It was said that it wasn't texted to anybody, and it was texted to Granny. So
she was texted that Queen was playing the video.
Again, texted by Queen to Granny, another creator. I did not lie to the police. Queen is the liar who...
You did lie to the police numerous times.
Is taking FOIA police reports, putting them on her screen, talking about them, something she used to be against.
Because you, ma'am, brought a true crime case to an overlapping true crime affiliated sector. There are people over here that claim that they do true crime cases. You built a case and went after another YouTuber after building an entire channel attacking parents of missing kids. It's wild, but here we are.
And calling me a liar. And worst of all, using the police reports and information about...
Bree says, I'm pretty sure soliciting people to play a public video without criminal acts depicted in it isn't a crime anyways. Yeah, there's nothing she can do. There's no crime. It was a public available YouTube link for a video. None of us uploaded this shit. It was publicly available. Thank you, Bree. But she, you know, has to twist and turn everything.
Spencer's twin to hurt me, defame me, and in the process hurts Spencer's twin, who doesn't want to be on social media and hurt my husband very much.
Oh my
Who
God.
himself called the prosecutor yesterday because he was so upset about what Queen said about Spencer's twin. It was a hard day for me. I took down my channel on YouTube over a month ago.
Oh, God, you're exhausting. She just, ugh. Can you imagine?
You're right. It is exhausting.
Being like this all the time, just doom and gloom. Everybody's out to get me. Oh, fuck. What is this?
Yesterday.
Oh, my God. Hold up. Belinda, what did you do to me? Why did you send me here? Because I just found something else. And I think I found the Shining twin. Oh, fuck. Okay, I gotta like this. Oh, fuck. Oh, no, we're all going to hell. I don't know who Rolling Nomad is, but this... I mean, she did it to herself. God, we've done it now. Oh, no. Oh, yeah, I'm cussing you, Belinda. Because look at this shit.
Yesterday, I had to be in court all afternoon, so I couldn't post.
My God.
This is a case of harassment.
You know, she is going to fucking make a police report about all these Elmo videos. Between that one and this one. Potty yada 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 yada. You guys realize that's what it's saying. It's not saying body yada. It's saying potty yada yada. Frick. We're all done for. Pika, do you know where that comes from? Were you here the other day when that happened and we found that? You might not even know how we got here and how this happened. For anybody that doesn't, really quickly before I show this, look, this is what we got.
Yeah, he loves chocolate. He loves chocolate.
She did it to her fucking self, man.
So Halloween's a good holiday for him. And I'm very happy that I got him this. And it's going to be a great costume for him to wear because it won't be uncomfortable. And he just has to wear this on his head and wear the red shirt and he'll feel like Elmo. What do you want to be? I held up the witch's hat and Elmo. We said, what do you want to be, Spencer? And he pointed and took it and said, Elmo. He wants.
That's how this happened the other day. Good morning, socks. That's how we've got. Yeah, that's. Oh, I wasn't subbed. That's why I don't see any of their shit. I just subbed it. That's how we got here. Okay, back to doom and gloom TikTok. Look at this filter.
Yesterday.
This is the fucking Shining twin grown up. Tell me it's not. Why do we have jaundiced Justin looking now? Is this supposed to look like... Never. Let me stop before I really get in trouble.
I had to be in court all afternoon, so I couldn't post. This is a case of harassment. There's 2 people who have been charged.
Oh my God. What? Come get your friend. She looks unhealthy. Get her some sunlight. She must not have got a glazed donut this day because she needs some glaze. Oofta. Wrong filter to pick. Is this the doom and gloom filter that's available on TikTok? Oh. Aunt Kathy, good morning.
In my municipal court, I was there all afternoon, and the 2 people charged did not show up to court.
Yes.
I haven't talked about this on TikTok, really. There's not a lot I can reveal, but the 2 people, the people who are charged are creators on YouTube. And the events...
By the way, I am a blocked bitch. on TikTok. But you know what I'm realizing? If you're not logged in on your computer, you can go to the search bar and still, I'm like incognito basically is how we're watching these. Sucks to suck, Skolnick. You can block me all day long and I'm still here, bitch. Still right here. Like the devil and the angel on your shoulder. I'm the little devil with my pitchfork. That's not a threat, Julie. It's just me with horns holding up my halo. You're welcome.
Being charged began in December and continued to escalate from there. Included in this is I'm sorry. I'll make another video to tell more. Yesterday, I had to be in court all afternoon, so I couldn't.
What?
I'm sorry. I'll make it.
What is this? Yo, coworkers, come get your girl. She needs to go in for some paid time off.
I'm sorry. I'll make another video to tell more. Yesterday.
All right. Well, she obviously has made more videos because we have a shit ton, and that was in May. So let's see. What else do we have? I'm skipping all the other ones. Oh, here's the one where she gets. I mean, I was born this way, and calling me a mean girl doesn't do nothing. Oh, we will have to edit the music out after with this, so your comment section will be gone. But otherwise, that's all. So just be forewarned. This is the filter I call the Michael Jackson. Wouldn't be in a police report. Well, none of us did anything to break the law. You know what we did? Played a publicly available YouTube video. Funny how that works.
All you're ever gonna be is me. All you are is me and a liar.
Stop ruining good country music. Seriously, Julie. Get a fucking grip, dude. All right, what else do we got? Ooh, what's this one?
This YouTube creator, Every Day with Jay or Jay for Justice.
Of course. Back to Jay. Well, we haven't said Jay's name in the last 22 hours. Got to get it in. Do you think she has a Jay shrine? Do you think she got herself a voodoo doll with dreads and a little hippy dippy looking tiki hut? That's what I picture Jay. Like, do you think she got a little voodoo doll and she's got a shrine? I'm a little worried for Jay at times when Julie talks about her. The obsession is real.
Something really fucked up about autistic people yesterday. Take a listen.
It wasn't me that was accused, you stupid bitch. It was actually someone who has over 10 million subscribers on TikTok.
FYI, this isn't how autistic people act. He likes to blame this on autism. This is not how autistic people behave. This has nothing to do with autism.
I'm not worried about him using the B word.
He's entitled to say that because he uses it as a shield to deflect from his foul behavior. Jay's allowed to say that this has fuck all to do with his autism. Stop using that as an excuse because it puts stigma on autistic people. Shut up, Julie. And by the way, there's videos of Elevated Delusions admitting with Kingery on the little panel or whatever you call it in the box above him that he knew that these allegations were false. So again, I ask, where is a victim when you yourself were on panel with the accused person admitting that these were false allegations? Hold on. Never mind. Let me just stay in my lane of the truth. But be prepared because that truth is going to hit hard when it hits. Julie and her coworkers have a tendency of being pulled into the HR department a lot for their lies.
Against her or her using the P word against him. That's a back and forth. What she said that's wrong is that the male creator, his name is Elevated Truth, he is autistic, and she says that's not how autistic people act. Newsflash, Jay, if he's autistic, however he's acting is how an autistic person acts. You don't get to say how autistic people act or don't act. Your knowledge of autism is as big as your pea-sized brain. Try to remember this expression we use in the autism community. If you
Good morning, X. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Shelly Ray. Thank you so much for the support. Just got here. Wow, those filters. I appreciate you bringing awareness to this. LawCow. Absolutely. Anybody coming in late too? I'm going to do this one because I had some time this morning and was trying to keep the dogs occupied. And then the next one we will be going back and showing a similarity between Lauren Matthias and Julie Skolnick and how they like to weaponize the court systems because it's CrimeCon. And we all know how CrimeCon went last year with Lauren Matthias trying to get an RO on Christina so she could not attend. Well, CrimeCon is happening right now in Vegas and Christina is there and so is Lauren. So in honor of Lauren's bullshit, we're going to do a little walk down memory lane. It's appropriate. And thank you again, Shelly Ray, for the support. It's good to see you all. I hope you all have something fun planned this weekend, relaxing.
one person with autism, you've met one person with autism. You cannot make generalizations about autistic people, period. Everyone is different. That's what it means. Don't try to play you're sticking up for autistic people. You're not sticking up for autistic people. You're actually putting down an autistic creator. Just because he's got autism doesn't mean he's not allowed to get pissed when somebody lies on his name. My advice for you, Jay, is stop being yourself, because the Jay you used to be when you were pretending in front of everybody was a better Jay than the real Jay, because the real Jay is a liar, is a racist, uses stereotypes, and puts down people with autism. This YouTube creator, Every Day with Jay or Jay for Justice, said something really fun.
For anybody that doesn't know, Jay told Julie she doesn't want to be friends with her anymore after Julie wanted to get together and hire an attorney to try to take Brittany J's channel down. Jay was not with it, told Julie, nope, didn't want to be friends anymore with her, and Julie does not let go. And we're coming up on a year of single white female, the hand that rocks the cradle obsession with Jay. Cooper Charles.
Right now I'm in a place that unfortunately I've been before. Somebody I thought was a friend cut me off, never tried to contact me, never talked to me, never tried to hear me out, ask me any questions. And this was over a police report that was written in the words of the police. People say I talk a lot. I'm long-winded. That's fair. I am. I talk to the police like I talk to other people. I talk for 30 minutes. They come out with one paragraph. I correct them. They still got things wrong. I try to explain. You have to understand, they're showing these reports online, tearing every single word apart, looking at every syllable under a microscope. They don't get it. They don't have to. They're not going through what I'm going through. The last time somebody cut me off like this, I got really emotional, tried to explain myself, made a lot of videos. I'm not doing that now. If someone believes someone else's story without ever trying to get any kind of clarification from you, ever talking to you, even though they were just hurt by someone else, closing the door without a conversation, maybe it's because they don't want to hear any other perspective.
Well, what's really weird, Seconds Count, is most of these people have resigned from YouTube. They're not even on. She's on TikTok. Some of them are on Kick. They resigned from YouTube. But here they are trying to be the king and queen of YouTube. It's kind of like prom king and queen that never were. What do we call this filter? What are we calling this filter? Because look, abso-fucking-lutely. Yep. And everything. Every single, sin. Sin said the magic word. You damn lip rolls, you. This is why I put Sin in timeout right when she got here this morning, and I was right. Come on. Oh, I got to hit the button, I guess.
You are the epitome of a liberal who is screaming at the top of her lungs. And nobody thinks you're even there. It's real simple. A liberal mind.
Can I ask a question? This has been bothering me since we played this clip. If nobody thinks I'm here, why are you continuing to talk to me? If I'm a figment of your imagination, which, oof, that'd be a scary thing. If I'm not here, then why do you continue to fucking talk to me or about me? Nobody even thinks I'm here. Okay. Well, obviously you do because you won't shut the fuck up about me.
It's real simple. A liberal mind gives liberal actions, and you are acting like an unhinged, far, far left liberal.
I mean, that's got fuck all to do with my behavior, but carry on. Back to Julie. We just had to have a little lip roll interruption because according to Julie, I'm a liberal too. Like that's offensive these days or some shit. In other words, do not be Edie or Julie. We'll be good.
The one perspective they were given without asking if there's anything to add was the one they wanted to go with all along. At least what I think. Right now, I'm in a place that I've unfortunately I've been before. Somebody I thought was
bitch. I'm in a place. You're in bed. You look like you rose from the dead in one of them. You look like you have jaundice. I'm not a medical expert, not giving medical advice, but you look like the twin from The Shining. And now, like, you look like you're in a goddamn coffin, Julie, and that is not a threat in any way, shape, or form, because we know how you like to say that anybody saying that you might not wake up tomorrow is a fucking threat. Bitch, you look like you're in a fucking coffin. Tell me I'm wrong. She looks like she's in a, look at this. She looks like she's been embalmed and shit. This ain't on me. This is the TikTok filter. This is the embalming filter. Get a pillow and lay down. You're good to go. What? That's not my fault. She does. Tell me. You see it, right? You thought it too. I mean, you can't look away. Why does she do this to herself? These are active choices she's making. Look at that. Oh my gosh, let's hope not. But if they are, let's hope they're cedar chips so the smell is good. I mean, what the hell, Julie? What are you doing to yourself? Because you're not, oh, nope, I don't want to log in. Don't want to do that. And then I think that's all the newest ones. The rest of them I don't want to play because they're, okay. Now back to her live stream. Thanks, Belinda, for reminding me there is a bunch of bullshit over on her TikTok. Back to her TikTok live stream from Wednesday. Carry on, Julie. We got 5 more minutes of your bullshit.
And it's like I said, it's a lower, it's a lesser crime than cyber stalking. Cyber stalking is a more severe crime. Cyber harassment is just things that would cause a person to feel alarmed, to feel disturbed, to feel scared, to feel harassed. And the case against these 2 people on YouTube.
Okay, look, Revival, do you think, I mean, she might find offense to it. Revival writes me obits all the time, like obits. I think taking that photo and a dramatic obit, she will find it offensive, but she's the queen of parodies, right? So if it's just a ha-ha funny joke because she chose the coffin filter, the embalming filter, I think it would be appropriate. Can I get away with writing her an obit? Probably not. She'll probably call the popo. Headphone warning. This one's loud. And 5, 4, 3, 2, call the popo, ho. She totally would. I'm being sarcastic. You guys know that. But she would abso-fucking-lutely. We already know. I think they're hysterical when Revival writes them for me, but she would absolutely take her ass into that police department and say, look, this is what they want me. They want me deceased. Nope. That is not even the case. You picked the embalming feature, not me.
You met every single standard for that law. That any reasonable person would be alarmed by these statements or disturbed. And harassment, by the way, doesn't have to be threats of violence, but in this case, it did consist of threats of violence or facilitating threats of violence.
Oh, Olap, if they're sending you, there is a shit ton of stuff. Yeah, the level she came to YouTube on was problematic as fuck. It's extensive. I don't know how. I wasn't a part of the Julie acceptance crew or the welcoming committee, so I can't really tell you how that happened. All of a sudden, she just started appearing in chats, and I ignored her as best as I could. But then I did a game show with Jay and other creators, and Julie thought we were besties, braiding each other's hair at that point, and here we are, even though a lot of us just actively ignored her in every chat. But we were besties, according to Julie.
But since then, other creators got interested.
Oh, that's right, Revival. You'd be swimming with the fucking fishies. I forgot. I think somebody came in here and said the other day that I was cracking up. They said something about, be careful, Al's a garbage man. If you know, you know. And I was like, what the fuck?
In a weird way, because like I said, there's a lot of people who review this person and make money reviewing them, and she's a cash cow for them. And I think that a threat to her being on YouTube was a threat to their own income, possibly, for certain people. And they were going after me. They have these ideas.
Going after me. Oh, fucking forehead cam is back amongst us. Good Lord, Julie, get your fucking forehead under control. God damn it. I feel I'm going to fucking file a police report and say I've been foreheaded. I think I feel more threatened by her forehead when she leans in. I think that's meaning she wants to headbutt me. Think of all the things I could report. Officer, she leaned in way too close to the camera with her forehead, and I felt intimidated and threatened for my life because that's a big old fucking forehead. And if that bitch headbutts me, I'm going down. They're yelling, Timber, you better move. It will be a night we will all remember.
This person and make money reviewing them, and she's a cash cow for them. And I think that a threat to...
You need to stop throwing shade at your coworkers. You really need to stop throwing shade at your coworkers. Calling BJ their cash cow. That's your coworkers. Oh, I mean ex-coworkers, because you've turned in your resignation and you're retired from YouTube. Back to TikTok. Did you have to apply to be rehired?
Weird way, because like I said, there's a lot of people who review this person and make money reviewing them, and she's a cash cow for them. And I think that a threat to her being on YouTube.
Lindsay, we could go back through all of the streams like Julie did and try to find all of the ones where she aggressively leans into the camera. Oh my God. We'd have an entire freaking laminated book of forehead shots of her trying to headbutt us all. We might even, this might be an organized conspiracy to take us all out with the forehead. Julie and her forehead are the RICO. They are the organized crime syndicate. Betty, I found your organized crime syndicate. It's Julie and her mohead. Come get her.
Was a threat to their own income, possibly, for certain people. And they were going after me.
Certain people, aka her coworkers.
They have these.
Who's they were going after me? Why are you talking shit about your coworkers? They're not going after you. They're trying to pacify you, according to you, on the backside to keep you silent so you don't lose your shit until June 10th, and then nobody cares. Why are you so angry at your ex-coworkers? Because they're not coddling your ass anymore because you lied in 3 police reports?
And
wait, more than that, but
they were going after me.
Blame Pika. Pika's fault.
They have these ideas that you shouldn't, I guess on YouTube, they have these ideas, these rules among, honor amongst thieves.
Whoa. Hold up. Did she really just say that? Did she really just say honor amongst thieves? And we know who she's talking about, who reviews BJ on the daily now. No way. Well, Solo Writer, it's because they are her coworkers, according to her. She's hired by YouTube. Do you think she could get workman's comp and shit for the injuries that she's getting on YouTube from the reaching? That's how she got frozen shoulders. She reached too hard to try and make something threatening. And do you think she could get workman's comp from her employer? I wonder if she should try it. That could be your next little scheme there, Julie. Sounds more productive than what you're trying here. But I'm pretty sure she just called her coworkers thieves. Whew. I love this for you.
And they were going after me. They have these ideas that you shouldn't, I guess on YouTube, they have these ideas, these rules among, honor amongst thieves, let's put it that way. That you don't go to the police. If you go to the police on anything, you're going real life on somebody. So
no, nobody is against people documenting valid threats at all. Contacting the police to be proactive when crazy shit is said, there is nobody that's against that. It's what you did with it. It's how you went searching for things that weren't even concerning to make something out of it. And what did anybody steal? Your hairline? Is that what you're pissed about? Did they steal your fucking Elmo hat? Did they steal your potty, your Elmo hat? Like, what was stolen? Bitch, nobody stole your soul. You didn't have one to begin with. Why are you calling? I feel offended for her coworkers. I would go to the HR department over that shit. Calling her coworkers thieves and shit. Yikes, Julie. You could be more subtle with your fucking clap back at your coworkers who are avoiding the break room when you're in there.
So basically, I'm supposed to just sit back and allow somebody to threaten me, and in one case, my husband, with, alluding to threats of violence. He said, when it came to my husband, he said, I got your address now, honey, and said it in a really weird, maniacal way, like Snoozy Poon heard it. I got your address now, honey. I got your address. Just know that I got your address now. I got your husband's address. And then she mutes him. And
yeah, where's the threat to Al in that? Where's the threat to Al? Saying I got your address, honey, because you filed shit on them. You filed for an RO, had them served. You copyright struck them, admitted that they were going to have your address with the copyright strike, December 9th when you kicked this all off, and really because you were jealous. You weren't getting reactions from them. And so you just escalated your poking. Stop rewriting shit. That's how factually that shit went the fuck down.
And he comes back and he says, I've got your whole effing neighborhood's addresses.
Oh, now we got addresses. Addresses. Mm-hmm. And you'll wonder why this municipal prosecutor who made reference that he lives in the neighborhood probably should recuse himself. I mean,
he's also said things like, I've got a big one for you. I'm going to send you to your effing final destination. I'm too old. You're too old to be.
I love when she does this shit. Julie, you know better. You fucking know better. This was not said to you in that manner, in any capacity. Revival, we have played the one where he says, I have your addresses, honey, or whatever. I played that in the one I did against the police reports to show that what was said is way different. Yeah, we did. It's in one of the streams. I don't remember which one.
And then she mutes him, and then he comes back.
It was after they were served with the RO.
And he says, I've got your whole effing neighborhood's addresses. He's also said things like, I've got a big one for you. I'm going to send you to your effing final destination.
That's a misquote. Come around here. Major piece of context she removed. The quote is actually, come around here. I got a big one for you. Send you to your fucking destination. Nothing about final in any capacity. And the major piece of context she's removing is Craig, was talking about if somebody comes to their property. There was no final in it.
I'm too old. You're too old to be putting your life in danger. People who come against them before.
I'll find it for you later, Revival, and send it to you. He like did a weird laugh about it. It's a little weird, but it's typical of his speak. And it wasn't like, he was basically saying, I know where the entire neighborhood is. That's my perception of it. It wasn't like, oh, I'm going to search out all. And listen, at the end of the day, she claims she's so threatened by all of these statements that she goes out in the midst of this and shows the front of her house, her address numbers on her front door, the vehicles in their driveway, shows the neighborhood as she's trying to get this RO. She knows exactly what she's doing. She baits people constantly.
Aren't alive anymore. And other things.
And that right there, it was in context when he was going on that rant about God. People who have come against us before, they don't have to do anything, is basically what he was saying. And he was trying to use God as his hitman, in essence. I don't have to do shit. God's going to take care of it. It's kind of the karma situation. That's what he was doing. We played those two.
Big one for you. I'm going to send you to your effing final destination. I'm too old. You're too old to be putting your life in danger. People who come against them before aren't alive anymore.
Yep.
And other things.
Yeah, Kathy, I agree with you. They could be if they didn't have all the other factors with them. It's the whole situation as in its totality. But I'm with you. Like, you could definitely paint those, and that's what she's tried to do, in a certain narrative. But you have to remove everything of her actions and what she's claiming. And you also don't have him mentioning her name ever. So there are going to be far reaches. A good attorney, though, you and I have both said this, could potentially make that jump. But you have to completely remove all of her actions that led to those things too. At the end of the day, though, you got to have people that show up to defend themselves in court.
And
yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, and he's made threats to other people online.
Agreed.
Threatening them with weapons, threatening with this and that. But I can't control anybody else and what they do. I can only control.
That one I agree with. Amy, Ohio, that context being removed of come around here, people have the right to protect their property. He said that over and over again. That's not a threat. That's if you come to their home, he is going to protect his house. That's that. Hey, Ronnie.
Myself and what I do. And I went to the police about it, but I didn't press charges until January.
Hey, I see.
After all these acts of harassment.
Good morning,
and people, there's a woman named Nonsense who's has done, I don't know, between 200 and 300 hours of live streams, all about me.
All about me. There's that pesky fucking Nonsense again. I wonder why I have 200 to 300 hours of live streams covering you over the last few months. Because your behavior is egregious and you haven't shut the entire fuck up. And you still haven't shut the entire fuck up. Sorry. Here's another 2.5 already.
Her latest thing is to say my lips look like a butthole.
No. No, I don't. You're not putting that on me. I didn't say your lips look like assholes. I'll play the clip. Because you ain't putting that shit on me. You said that somebody else. Hold on. Let me just grab that clip really quick because I didn't say your lips look like assholes. You said this on the 13th of May.
And it had nothing to do with who I liked and who I didn't like. Because if you want to know the truth, in terms of who played that video and was foul as hell talking about me, Jonesin did a live stream showing that video, zooming in on my mouth and talking about how my lips look like assholes for 10 minutes straight.
Okay, the fucking funny part somebody pointed out the other day, though, is it's not asshole. My lips look like an asshole. She says my lips look like assholes, plural. I didn't even catch it at first, but it is funny as shit. Nonsense didn't say it. Jonesin did. My chat GPT just listened. It just heard what I was playing and said, let me fix this bitch.
She would have been at the top.
And you better not complain today because today's you got an apple in your mouth. You looked hungry, so I put an apple. Somebody sent me one with a ball gag. I adjusted it so you wouldn't feel threatened or offended. I'm not into kink shaming. You do need a ball gag, but I put an apple. An apple a day keeps the doctors away. I wasn't the one that said your asshole or your lips look like assholes. Don't be trying to lie on me, Julie. What'd you say?
Because if you want to know the truth, in terms of who played that video and was foul as hell talking about me.
I like that word.
Jonesin did a live stream showing that video, zooming in on my mouth and talking about how my lips look like assholes for 10 minutes straight. She would have been at the top of the list of people who harassed me using that video.
Making a list, checking it twice, gonna find out if your lips look like assholes. Booty Patrol is coming to town.
And all of her pictures are of me as a cow. And the latest ones have my lips looking like that.
Listen, you're a LawCow. You moo and you sue. That's why the cow theme. You went from a LOL cow, LOL cow, to a LawCow. I've just made them appropriate for what we're dealing with.
It's disgusting, and she calls.
They're actually really cute. You should be really pleasantly happy with those. They're cute.
Me a liar, even though first
you are a fucking liar, proven day after day, minute by minute.
She was saying that the threats weren't threats.
They're not, in my opinion, in any way, shape, or form. You have to make extensive reaches, which you have, to even feel threatened, which you don't. You've admitted that. And they're not threats.
And then, you know, when people were reminded about what the threats were, then it was like, well, it really isn't a threat. It's religious manipulation.
No, just on that specific one that they pulled out months later after saying that they had all of these clips of these threats. They pulled out that one specific, and I said, oh no, he's doing the same shit Julie does, is using God as his hitman in essence. Like, oh, God's going to handle this. God's going to do this. The same exact fucking phrases you use, Julie, which I've already proven. You've said and used the same whole situation. Do I find that threatening? No, you guys are just nutbags. I don't have to do anything. God's going to take care of it. Liar. Oh, and that be that. Please make sure you are subbed up to Earth. That was her clip that she caught from Julie's TikTok live stream the other day. I think she thought there was enough people who would hate Britney to just go along with this stuff. I've never hated Britney on a personal level. I do not like what she does. I do not like her. None of this was on her behalf. Julie's a dangerous liar. None of this was to defend Britney. This is to defend our justice system. And hearing people say that it's no big deal, like watching this happen is no big deal. This is what our justice system is basically there for, is to weed through this shit. Y'all are fucking crazy. I said what I said. It's fucking crazy to watch grown adults are so caught up that they can't see the dangers of this people while screaming that other people, Britney doing this is dangerous, but Julie doing this, yeah, that's what the court systems are there for. The fucking mind warp that they take you on is impressive. Absolutely, KB. And justifying Julie's behavior, it's all misuse of the court. It's all misuse of the court. What BJ did with the ROs and then not showing up, it's all misuse of the courts. But you justify one, they all get that same justification. It's no, none of it's okay. She came from TikTok, so she doesn't know that us over here would rather review a LawCow, laugh and have, and she thought it would be like TikTok. We're not like TikTok. That's true. That is very true. Okay, I'm going to play this one. You guys are going to get sick of this clip, but this is so important to play considering where we are. And this will be our final exit. I played this the other day, but I want to include it as much as possible to waterboard you guys with it, because Julie's own words tell the entire story on their own. All you have to do is listen. And that's what we are absolutely going to do. So she is talking about Lauren Matthias. The irony of it, isn't it? And that's why we will be doing a comparison of the two of them. All right, here we go. And please, if you haven't, go hit that thumbs up. I think more people need to be aware of the LawCows. Our final exit. Ignore me. Our finale. Don't say destination. God, I'm definitely getting put in a police report today. This will be our final clip of the day. Let's go that way. So she doesn't say, I'm threatening. This is the gangster bun.
Hell on earth, ladies and gentlemen. Lauren Matthias has been through hell on earth.
Okay, but can we recognize? Hold on, let me get a little bit better, clearer image of that. Oh God, we're gonna get foreheaded again. Careful. Back away from your phones, people. Incoming forehead.
Would Jesus have a nipple piercing and a belly ring?
Wait, why did I blank out on that before? Why are we asking if Jesus would have nipples pierced? What? I think I might have blacked out hearing this before.
Centennial Park bomber. Oh my God.
Morning.
I was like, this is really damn good. This is really also Brittany's experience on, I think I'll save that to talk about on at Halloween, how bad it was for Brittany being on TikTok and all the things she saw. With the people postcards, you gave me the idea, but you started with the people with the tattoos, and I went into the piercings thing. I said, what would Jesus do? Would Jesus have a nipple piercing and a belly ring?
Huh? I don't even think I want to know what the fuck them weirdos were talking about, thinking about nipple rings on Jesus. Like, what? What? She did. She's asking if Jesus would have nipple piercings and belly button rings. I'm so confused. And what's that orange thing in the back of her head? Oh, I know what it is. Never mind.
What do you think?
It's to hold the hairpiece on.
If I go on this, I'm probably going to kick myself out, but I'll try it anyway.
Back away from your phones.
Kick myself out. I'll just come right back in if I try to play this. This is the video. I think it's really good and important.
Scooter.
You don't really have to remember their name, as long as their first initial is the same as their name. Sometimes I just snap at my assistant when I
This
want
is
her
the
attention.
one.
I just go, snap, snap. You there in the corner, assistant producer.
Oh. Oh. Whoa. This hairpiece. The puffin stuff. That's what we're going to call this one. He got the low and slow, and she got the puffin stuff. If you are looking to order this off Temu, this hairpiece that Skolnick is wearing, search puffin stuff. I'm sure that's what's going to come up. And if you are looking for Lesniaks, which they're similar but different, one's just got a little bit more volume than the other. This is called the low and slow. This one, though, is called the puffin stuff. Temu can help you out.
You know, Lauren Mathias has basically been through hell. Hell on earth, ladies and gentlemen. Lauren Mathias has been through hell on earth. Your report on people being murdered, Trisha and Lauren. I started watching Lauren when she was reporting on the Delphi murder case, a case of 2 little girls who were murdered and abused prior to their murder when they went for a walk in this public park area that has a bridge in Indiana. I saw these little girls' parents come in and out of court, a grandmother. They had seen pictures of the bodies, one which was basically fully nude. That's hell on earth. That's been through hell. That's horrific. And you're going to use the same terminology, Trisha, that you might use to describe, I don't know, an abduction of a baby, a mother going through hell on earth, wondering where her child is. To describe somebody making mean TikTok videos about, I don't know, is she a millionaire, Lauren? With a huge social media following? Travels all around, goes out to dinner, been through hell on earth? Hell on earth. Not good. Lauren's a tall woman. Someone was wearing socks in a bar. They're going to reveal the nasty emails that you wrote, Lauren? Hell on earth? I don't think so. I think they need to stop, as my thumbnail says, using these phrases and terms like horrific, hell on earth. True crime isn't pretty. Reporting on it and trying to make it pretty doesn't work. Honesty, compassion, and truth work. Not making digestible or viral. They're in the wrong dang genre. The wrong dang genre. I agree. Oh, it's not. I tried to watch some of the Daybell and Delphi case, but I couldn't. I just couldn't, Amy says. But I know how horrific they were. Comparing them to Lauren is disgusting and takes from the victims. Absolutely.
Most people cringed having to watch themselves. Julie sits back there and she's like, yep, I'm the smartest in the fucking room, even though I haven't left my room since 1980 and been in my own room by myself, all by myself. Well, you're not all by yourself. You got your puffin stuff and your other hair pieces.
I don't necessarily think they're
But somebody comes in my chat to harass me.
One person went in her chat and made a comment about supporting Lauren Mathias. Julie has it come apart?
Similar words. Like, if you're going to use the word horrific or hell on earth to describe this situation with Lauren, what words are you going to use to describe the true crime cases of people losing their lives, young people, children, innocent people being killed in some of the worst ways possible? We got to be careful about our words.
Well, she shouldn't give a shit about any of that. Nobody should give a shit. Christina has every right to be there. So does Jay. People find the weirdest shit to be bothered by, though.
Words, you know, as creators, we have to really be sensitive to what it is that we're doing and what it is that we're saying and the words we use. You can't use the same words because it then minimizes.
I agree with myself.
The real life horrors that victims of crimes have gone through, the fear that they endured. It's awful. Before I criticize Lauren and John, maybe watch Lauren on Mormon Stories before I criticize them, says Philly Flavor. Philly Flavor. Okay, before you come in my chat and criticize me, go back and watch my live streams where...
If you guys didn't catch me playing this the other day, like I said, I'm going to shove it in everybody's faces over and over and over again. And this is why we will be putting Julie right next to Lauren Mathias and talking about how Lauren Mathias attempted to use the courts in a very similar fashion, but most of hers revolved around trying to prevent Christina from going to CrimeCon last year, which is currently happening this weekend. And Christina is attending. Oh my, look at the puffin stuff from this angle. Look at that. Oh. From the top. Oh, I'm probably should, oof. Okay, hit a button instead of talking.
Time is of the essence, you know, sometimes when you're dealing with a bullying situation. Julie, it's impressive how many tears you have. It takes a lot for me to cry. Oh, it's impressive? Okay, thank you. I gave myself an award, fake award, in a funny video I did on the best, like I said, People's Choice Award, Best Crying Creator. And I had Al pretend that we had a delivery of something for People's Choice Awards and gave myself an award. I said, look, I won Best Crying Creator.
Yes, Belinda, Christina is there, and she's got a YouTube channel now. Hold on, let me grab it for you guys. She's also on TikTok, of course, but she has a YouTube channel now, and she is not letting Lauren and her bullshit last year stop her at all. But let me link her channel for you. I think it's appropriate, though, to look back at all of that shit that she tried. Lauren Mathias tried. I'm interested to see what she's going to try this year. Hopefully nothing. She shouldn't even have been allowed to attend, in my opinion. You saw Christina last night or Lauren, Body? And hello, Body. When do you present, Body? I'm glad, the real Kells. I'm really glad because that caused a lot of shit. There is. Oh, thank you, Lauren. Yep. There's her channel. She's dropping stuff over here alongside her TikTok.
I talk about watching and talk about Lauren on Mormon Stories and her whole story.
Oh,
before you come in my chat criticizing me for not watching something that I've watched
I agree.
and talked about watching on a live stream, do your research, darling.
I'm just waiting, and I really hope her and Grayson aren't up to some more fuckery this year. I really hope they don't do some bullshit, but I don't trust Grayson at all. That one really bothers me. Oh, I was re-listening last night. I was shampooing carpets to the 9-hour stream. I don't know what possessed me to put that on, but I just kind of wanted to hear her personality coming through. Oh, that is torture listening to it after all this time. Oh, yeah, of course. Belinda, this is the one where she tells BJ, this was from October of 2025, right after the RO stuff. And she tells BJ that if she's going to try anything legal, that she needs to come to New Jersey, or she better try it in North Carolina, but she better not come to New Jersey because Julie brings her same game every time. Yeah, she is, Belinda. Agreed. Grayson's for only 25. That one's, she found her buddy of manipulation.
Bailey, somebody's being mean to me in my chat, and it's horrific.
My fake assistant.
Lauren does a terrific job and is very kind. Well, let me tell you something, Philly Flavor. I was a fan of Lauren. I was a fan. I called myself a fan. I was subscribed to her. I watched her coverage. I was very, especially with the Delphi case.
Agreed, AJ.
It was a case that had taken a long time to get to court, right? Many years to actually, with the investigation, and they had two different sheriffs. And I watched her because
It's nice to see them there, though, as a group. A bunch of the people outside of Christina, Janice, and a bunch of them are all there supporting Christina. I think that's quite the show of support. And, you know, Lauren hates that shit. I've been watching her Patreon videos. Oh, there's one I should. Do you remember the cough situation? Hold on. I'll end out with that because, oh my God. I was mortified. I also listened to this shit last night too. See if I can log in. I don't remember what my login is over there, but I'll get it.
I found her to be talented and engaging. And she still is those things. She's still engaging. She still is talented. I'm not one of these people who sees people as all good and all bad. I don't. Frankly, she could go report on another true crime case right now, and I would probably find it the same way. Interesting, engaging, and everything, and having talent. However, she's done something shitty. No, I won't stop. What are you going to do if I don't stop?
She's a woman in the chat. This Philly Flavor said, you need to stop with talking about Lauren. And I said, no, I won't stop. What are you going to do if I don't stop? It's free speech. I've been getting these hidden gems. Lauren has been unleashing her hidden gems, and she knows it. And they've been out harassing anybody who criticizes Lauren. Lauren, call off your attack dogs, okay? Your hidden gems aren't gems. They're acting like hidden assholes.
Free speech. Let me ask you this, Philly Flavor. Do you think, this is a serious question, do you think, because I'm going to play here, it wasn't just Trisha who described the situation of Lauren's alleged stalker as horrific. Grayson comes on and uses the word horrific. And then in the 9-hour live stream, Lauren uses the term horrific. I'm going to play all of that today. Do you think that the use of the term horrific, a word you might use to describe any of the horrible true crime cases where people lost their lives, is appropriate? Is it appropriate to use the term horrific to describe this alleged stalking case with Lauren? Yes or no?
I'm asking the woman who's...
Did you criticize Lauren on Mormon stories? No, I did not. Okay, I'm going to answer your question and you answer my question.
Bree, that is so spot on. Very much true. Hey, Miss Lisa. We'll have to play it off my phone. I can't. I'll have to fuck with logging in on my computer later. I don't remember what my password or anything is on Patreon, but I can play it off my phone. And I'll play this little opening section because if you recall, Lauren did Patreon videos and said that she was having this cough. I can do a full reminder down the road. I didn't have myself ready, but I'll play this little cringe portion because I was ready to hide under something. I was like, what the fuck is happening here?
You asked, did I criticize Lauren on Mormon stories? No. I said, Lauren is a complex person, as many people are. People are complex. I don't see people as all good and all bad. And a lot of people want you to be one side or another. You know, are you for this or against this? Which side are you on? You have to be all or nothing. I'm not all or nothing about people in general. There can get to be a point where I am they haven't done anything really redeeming in a while. I'm not. I said, Lauren is a complex person with a long history in life and experiences, which influence, who she is today. She's gone through a lot in her life, which can help her be sensitive to victims. But also, she's been able to be very successful as a true crime reporter, which is not an easy genre to be in. I even had that guy, Joe Schmo, in my chat. And he talked about her cutting him in line at the Delphi case. And I said to Joe Schmo, I said, well, you know, Joe, journalism is a dog-eat-dog world, right? Unfortunately, sometimes, you know, when reporters are fighting to get the scoop or the story or the first to report something, you know, they got to elbow people. And sometimes people can be harsh on women who display the exact same behavior as men, and they'll call them, you know. So Amanda said, I found it interesting, and I learned more about her. And it added to me understanding Lauren stories and her complexities as an individual. I don't fault Lauren for crying. I cry on, what did I say? It's about.
Think about the irony of this entire situation of where we are now and what Julie has done. The full wraparound.
And isn't it ironic? Don't you think?
And her freaking out was because one person came in and disagreed with her coverage. Just one. That was it. That was all.
60% of my videos.
I cried today.
At some point, I might start to cry. I don't fault her for getting upset. I don't fault her for crying, having emotions. There are people who will fault her for having emotions, not me. I don't say that because if I think she's wrong on this situation, that she was terrible at her reporting in the Delphi case. No, she wasn't. She was good. She was engaging. She has talent. There's a reason why she has 300,000 subscribers, right? So Lauren feels, all right, so is this your answer to my question? Lauren feels in danger and threatened for her family's lives. So to her, it feels horrific to them. So yes. Okay. Do not think that it minimizes the word when she uses it now to
She can't. Well, I mean, she can do a whole lot of bullshit if she wants to. But it would be dumb as fuck for her to take a bunch of people. Especially when we have clips that she has told me she would sue me just for the fun of it. That's not going to work well for her. But who knows?
people who have.
She said in December of 2025 that they were filing against Lolly for defamation, that Al agreed and they consulted with an attorney and she was going to go after Lolly for defamation. Things that have never happened.
Been murdered, children who have been murdered, like Idaho 4 cases. Horrific. It was horrific crime scene. What they endured was horrific. Should we use the same kind of terminology? Is it really horrific? Just because you feel in fear or you feel a crime has been committed against you does not mean that the crime has been committed against you. And it does not mean that your fear is reasonable or rational to the situation. Maybe.
Well, Miss Lisa currently, sorry, Cooper. These cases haven't cost her a dime. They've cost the taxpayers of New Jersey money, but she hasn't had to pay for shit. This is all her misusing the courts.
Her fear stems from being exposed and not actually fear of her life. She actually think Christina was capable in her socks in the bar of taking her life at that moment with all those people around. She said she felt in fear of her life. You think that's a rational, reasonable, logical assessment of the situation that was actually occurring at CrimeCon? You know what I'm saying? Like, just because you feel that way doesn't mean it is that way, because people can blow things out of proportion. So I expect a little bit better of those people who call themselves and are true crime creators, especially with huge platforms of people. Hundreds of thousands of people are watching her. It minimizes and diminishes real victims of crimes. Because.
Do you hear what she's saying? She did this RO and these private citizens complaints for different reasoning. She wasn't trying to prevent them from showing up at CrimeCon like Lauren was, but the same type of weaponization of the courts, claiming that they've been victimized, they're in fear. She's mocking Lauren, but goes on to do the exact same fucking shit, just in a different manner. No different, still LawCows, mooing and suing.
She is not the victim of a crime. She's not the victim of a crime. Okay? Welcome to stay in my chat. But don't come in here having never watched watch me because you Googled or you did on the
Agreed.
search bar Lauren Matthias and saw this, never seeing any of my videos, not knowing anything about me, who I am, my sensitivity, what I've said in the past about Lauren.
She was fully supported, Lindsay. She was fully supportive of Lauren. I showed some of that too in one of the streams before she took her channel down.
That it took me days of hearing and seeing evidence to come around to, you know what, there might be something to this. Go look at my earlier videos. I was defending her first until I saw evidence that showed that she was actually not telling this whole story and omitting information.
Evidence. If you listen to the 9-hour stream, you could tell she had no evidence, kind of like the same hundreds of hours of streams we've done on you and haven't found evidence of these violent threats towards you, 5 in total that you're now claiming. Why does that always change? Why do these people always change their story?
And omitting information by many standards, including my own, is lying. Purposefully omitting information that is pertinent is akin to lying.
So that's the video. If you guys could hype that and share that out. Andy Rooney, that was his name on 60 Minutes. The guy on 60 Minutes who used to do the commentary at the end. I was like, if Jay for Justice every day with
June 10th, from what I know.
Jay is doing the comprehensive thing. I'm the Andy Rooney coming in at the end, giving you the summary life lesson here, right? That's my Andy Rooney moment, in my opinion, in my personal assessment. That's my Andy Rooney moment, saying, as true crime creators, we have to be sensitive and think about the words that we use to describe different situations.
Oh, like Lauren actively choosing to call Christina a stalker over and over again with zero evidence. By the way, to the question about when is this the next court date, June 10th. But I want to remind you all of something because somebody said, once again, I'm trying to help BJ. No, I was repeating what Julie said and what was said in the court. Listen, Julie tells BJ flat out too that she can get a public defender. Start paying attention to who's actually been advising BJ of what's going on all along. That'd be Julie Skolnick that's been helping BJ.
And I think these people have never seen a court case of a prosecutor doing their job. When you ever watch a court case, when you have a prosecutor who goes in front of a judge and jury and says, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I'm going to prove to you today that this defendant here willfully.
Yes, Julie claims that she was true crime when she came to YouTube. A lot of these people claim that they're true crime, Miss Lisa, and they're true crime. They exploit cases as filler content in essence. But yeah, that's what she claims.
And maliciously, with knowledge, committed these crimes. And you're going to hear the evidence of how they did it. And you are going to find them guilty and convict them and send them away to prison for life. You know what I mean? That's what prosecutors do. That's his job. His job. If the defendants had been there with an attorney, a court-appointed one, if they had asked for one, they could have applied to get a court-appointed attorney, a public defender, essentially.
They could. They absolutely still could. But she's also saying the exact same thing and has been all along. So to all of you saying, oh, she did this to help, you can thank Julie Skolnick for helping BJ. Again, she didn't even show up for court, so I don't know how anybody's helping her, but whatever.
Prosecutors do. That's his job. His job. If the defendants had been there with an attorney, a court-appointed one, if they had asked for one, they could have applied to get a court-appointed attorney, a public defender, essentially, and they would have done the same thing. They would have advocated for their case.
And hopefully by the 10th, they have actually done their homework and applied for public defenders. But you can thank Julie, no other than Julie Skolnick, for advising BJ of the fuckery she was pulling all along. She laid it out for them.
Because we cannot use the same terminology to describe the truly horrific true crime cases.
That part.
And then use it to describe somebody doing mean TikTok videos about ourselves.
Huge. The fact that she was reaching out 7 days after she filed that private citizen's complaint January 8th, and then 7 days later on the 15th was going as real life and as invasive, like how they didn't. Anyways, she handed BJ and Craig her ass on a platter. That's a figure of speech, Julie, not a threat. But the right attorney and the right defendant would have flipped the tables on Julie here, because she is actually the one, in my opinion, that was doing the real life bullshit and poking and provoking to escalate the situation so she could try to get more evidence, because she didn't have shit. Surface level, these are such petty misdemeanors. Nothing's going to come of it. A bench warrant. But if you never go to New Jersey, she's done the absolute most. And Scooter said it above. You would think that she's in some high profile case. She's not. She hasn't shut the fuck up, though. Everything has had a conspiracy because Julie hasn't gotten her way and granted all these things on default. She thought it was only going to have to be a temporary thing, and they were going to be able to take her channel down with a temporary RO because one of her ex-coworkers told her she had enough to do it. But BJ, I'm not going to do it, so please don't hurt me and my family. If your channel goes down, it's not my fault, BJ. I just tried every way to get your channel down and get people to like me. But please don't hurt me and my family. Ugh. Pathetic. You're fucking pathetic.
You know? And
yep.
This
We're
person
girl.
who was one of Lauren's hidden jewels, gems.
Oh, agreed.
Came in my chat. And
I agree. You and I have said this before in chats back and forth. I would not have let this go at all. I would have shown up in person. I would have gone in person to defend myself. I wouldn't let this go to begin with. Because like you said, it will. Renewal of driver's license, things like that. It absolutely can have an impact. The fact that they didn't even show up for virtual court, negligence. I would have never allowed this to go, even with it being so fucking petty. But that's just me too. I'm the type of, say it to my fucking face in a courtroom. Lie like that with me right fucking here. And I'm going to turn around and slap you with the fucking clips of your own mouth of what you've said and done.
Bill said it's appropriate because she felt it was horrific. That it was horrific. No. She needs to tell her followers, her hidden gems, that what she went through is not even in the same galaxy as what the victims of the terrible, really horrific crimes, murders that she reports on. It's not even in the same galaxy.
I'm with you, Lorton girl. I'd have turned those tables legally. There's what she did all along and publicly stated is a problem.
And she needs to stop with that. And so does Trisha from Web Sleuth or anybody else who would describe a bunch of mean girl shit as horrific. Same word that they would use to describe, let's say, what happened to the college students in Iowa and Idaho. Oh my God, in Idaho. Or what happened.
Don't you love Julie's advice to Lauren, but can't take her own?
To Abby and Libby in the Delphi case. It's not the same, and it's not okay. So that's all I'm asking you. Unsettling would have been a better word. Right, it's unsettling. Where I felt upset
You can say, I felt fear. I felt fear. But you also have to recognize that just because you feel fear, like I say, doesn't mean you are actually in danger in that moment. I don't think Christina in her socks in the bar at CrimeCon with all those people around there.
Lauren, which one is that? I don't know if I've seen it. I've been intentionally avoiding looking at any of that stuff.
And all the people with Lauren gave Lauren any reason to feel fear, real fear. But she could say, I felt fear.
Oh, the shit that they do to Crusha boils my blood, Olap. Crusha is extremely kind to all. Her family has been put through absolute hell because of these people.
Fear, okay? It would not be reasonable or rational to the situation, but she could say it. Doesn't make it rational. No, it doesn't make it rational, but she could say she felt fear. It gave her anxiety. It made her really uncomfortable. It made her concerned. It made her worry about what else she might do.
Yeah, Crusha's a great human, a wonderful, wonderful human being.
Okay, fine. All those things. But don't stop with this is, traumatic, no, it's not okay. That's not okay. If you can't decipher what is appropriate to use this.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Lauren, that. You know what he's doing, Lauren, because I won't show the posts from Facebook with his name attached to him. I won't do that. So he is trying to spin that because I won't pull it up. All you have to do is go look at the post. I told you exactly where it's at and look in the comment section, and he debunks his own bullshit right there. It's from 2015. I don't have to do that. I don't have to sink to their level, and I'm not opening that door. I know exactly what they're doing. And it's fucking gross. If you have to continue to lie about shit like that and build stories around it, nah.
Kind of these kinds of terms, or you want to use the same terminology that you used to report on the Idaho 4 or the Delphi case to a woman at CrimeCon who made mean TikTok videos about you.
Well, Autumn, I did address it by saying that it's disgusting to use a lie like that about a loved one. And then I told people why I know it's, where it came from and that they can go vet it themselves. I told people exactly where to go, but I will never be okay with people weaponizing suicide at all. And now there's entire stories being built out of that. And yeah, no. Nope.
You need not to be in this genre of true crime reporting anymore because you don't have a grip on reality and you're insensitive to victims.
Of course.
Being a journalist, right? We keep waiting for the proof of this and that and the stalking. Yeah, I know. Well, there is no crime. Like I said, there was no crime. I think she was more angry than fearful by the way she.
Don't you like how she was the judge, jury, and every bit of it? There was no crime. So why are you so pissed about us saying that there's no crime being committed by these words? You were able to predict and say that there was no crime committed against Christina, which there wasn't. Or Christina did not commit any crimes against Lauren. Sorry, said that backwards. Whoops.
She acted. Yeah. I don't think she liked being threatened that people are going to reveal things that she said. Who would? You know, if I say something to you in confidence, right? And I say something mean about somebody else, but I say it to you in confidence as my friend and I'm just blowing off steam. And then we have a fight and then you say, I'm going to release all these mean things that you said. Well, that would piss me off too. And it might make me feel nervous and worried and anxious about what you're going to do and how you're going to put it out and who you're going to tell and how you're going to tell it. And is it going to be the full story? And
hey, Juju Bean,
is it going to have context and things like that? I could be really, it could give me a lot of anxiety.
Oh, really?
But it's not horrific and it's not a crime. It's not a crime.
Just a reminder.
To be a tattletale or be a, be a shitty friend. Or be a mean girl or a bad person.
It's not a crime to be a shitty human.
Not a crime.
Mm.
And you can't weaponize the court system to stop and to silence people. And the idea that one of Lauren's hidden gems came in my chat and told me that I need to stop talking about Lauren was outrageous. Fuck you, Lauren, and your hidden gems. Don't come in my chat saying, don't talk about this. Fuck that. Free speech. I'll talk about what I want to.
Tiff, he's been writing checks his ass can't catch cash for fucking a decade on social media. He has been writing those checks for over a decade with his fucking stories and his crash outs. Unfortunately, this is his bread and butter, victimhood 101.
And you have the right to talk about me too. Go ahead, make a Reddit post about me saying, fuck you, hidden gems. Your hidden gems suck. Go ahead and make a mean TikTok video right now about.
But if you do, she'll say that it's threatening and God forbid, how dare you? And she'll cry.
Me. I promise you, I will not file criminal complaints.
Oh, well.
Right? Get the hell out of my chat.
Wait, what? You won't file criminal complaints? Well, where'd that fucking energy go? What'd you say?
Go ahead, make a Reddit post about me saying, fuck you, hidden gems. Your hidden gems suck. Go ahead and make a mean TikTok video right now about me. I promise you, I will not file criminal complaints.
100% the real Kelly.
Right? Get the hell out of my chat. Don't come in here saying that.
No. Aunt Kathy, thank you so much for the 10 gifted memberships. Thank you. Appreciate you.
Welcome to the jungle. We got fun and games.
Welcome to the jungle. Welcome to the island. We got crybabies and mean girls.
Not very gem-like.
Visiting today. Julie Skolnick has visited the island. Careful, everybody. Make sure you have your complimentary armbands. Oh, somebody sent me that. Hold on. I got to show you guys that. Have you guys seen the clip of Jay singing about the armbands? You guys are nothing but trouble. Let me find it because it's fucking gold.
With armbands on in the...
Oh my gosh. I can't handle you guys and your bullshit, but I love it so much. Here you go. This is from Call It As I See It.
Armbands on in the sea. Oh my God, I've just seen that. What the fuck?
I didn't even see it.
No.
Yes, we got it. Armbands in the sea. Oh my God, I just saw that.
Armbands on in the sea. Oh my God, I've just seen that.
Triggered. Armbands in the sea. That is what we are. Put them on my arms so I don't drown. Nonsense has fire torches and I'm scared to death. But I got my armbands on.
With armbands on in the sea. Oh my god, I've just seen that. What
No.
the fuck? With armbands on in the sea. Oh my god, I've just seen that. What the fuck?
No, she doesn't, Aunt Maddie.
Trisha, that's got to be the dumbest thing you've ever come out of your fucking mouth. Holy shit.
I'm sorry.
With armbands.
Whether you like Jay or not, I don't give a fuck. Take it to the complaint department. 1-900 get fucked. This is funny shit. This is fucking hysterical.
Hands on in the sea. Oh my god, I've just seen that. What the fuck?
I didn't even see it.
No, I didn't. It's just come up on my thing. I didn't see it earlier.
Nonsense. Nonsense had a thumbnail of truth with these floaties. See, I got it up on the screen.
Real Kel says, I can confirm she does not smell. Like, what the hell is going on?
See, Truth is wearing these floaties. It was like that. But this one
How they got him floating in the sea too. Oh my god.
of him in Cooterville and his little floaty. But the little floaties.
Look at the rubber ducky.
An armband. It was so threatening.
At least they didn't put me with my tatas on the camera again. Good Lord. That's fucking funny as shit. You cannot. Do they? The floaties, armbands? Oh my God. The song, though, I didn't know she sang that.
No, it's not very gem-like. It's not very fair. And don't you think
Great.
Lauren at this point should say something as opposed to...
That's the kind of shit, though, that at one point in time was funny. Like, people could laugh. It wasn't this intense. Oh my God, you played a clip of so-and-so. Burn it fucking down. Like, that shit's fucking lighthearted and fun. People need to learn that laughing's a good thing.
Weaponizing or being aware that her gems are out there going into people's chats and trying to silence them and trying to bully them.
Oh, kind of like Julie's OG gangsters. Going into people's chats, lying, trying to silence them, concocting schemes behind the scenes, emailing people. Oh my God, Bree. Can we? Oh, I thought about adding a few of his things to the lineup because he said some stuff the other day that just irks me.
And trying to this. I mean, it's not just one person coming in my chat. I mean, you should read the comments people write to me on some of my videos. You know, most of them are supportive.
Please do not read the comments on her post. She will say that you are threatening her.
Most of them are like, yeah, hell yeah. Because they're the people who've actually seen the facts and the evidence and opened their eyes to whatever, not just taking Lauren's 9-hour live and run with it without, you know, when she didn't give all the information. She didn't tell you there was a court hearing. And there's a recording of that court hearing where her lawyer sounds like an imbecile and looks like an imbecile. And the judge is saying there's no case and you're stifling this person's free speech.
Imagine that.
Wrong. Anyway, I'm just asking if you guys want to. You don't have to. But anyway, have a good day. Have a good day.
Have a good day. Have a good day. Her lies are off. Okay, here we go. Here is a section of her Patreon live the other day. This is actually from March 30th, so a little ways back. It's titled Exclusive Behind the Scenes Vulnerability, Duggars, Corey Richins, and Life Thoughts with J and L. I have to play it off my phone until I can figure out how to log in on my computer.
Hello, Hidden Gems.
Hey, guys.
Can you hear that good enough? I'm just going to play a little portion of this. This is Lauren Mathias from March 30th. And you'll understand, those of you that have followed the Lauren Mathias coverage and her cough that supposedly happened. Hey, Breezy. Why are you guys talking about? I don't even want to know what you guys are talking about. I'm just letting you guys handle shit in the comment section because, look, I don't even care anymore. It's fuck it all Friday. nothing I do pleases some people, so I just decided to grab the fucking torch and do what I wanted. Here we go.
Hello, Hidden Gem.
Hey guys.
John, you're gonna have to do more talking because of my cough tonight. Just FYI.
Yeah.
We're
You might have to do more of the talking because my cough tonight. What? I've never heard such a performance of coughing. Let me try harder.
we're doing our car date thing. No, actually, we're just together running errands. We just went to the grocery store. I guess it's a date because we're together alone. But I thought I'd turn this on. We're driving.
That's right, Lauren.
Wanted to catch all of you up. I'm sorry it's been so long.
Yeah.
Oh, she got a little bit better. Her cough got a little bit better there. Did you hear it? She tried a little bit better here. Listen, she's getting better at the cough.
And we just went to the grocery store. I guess it's a date because we're together alone. But I thought I'd turn this on. We're driving and wanted to catch all of you up. I'm sorry it's been so long.
Yeah. Well, catch us up. What have you been up to? You did the Richens trial. That was time consuming. That took you out of town.
Yeah. John, you're so sweet. We've been together over a decade. We just talked about that on the Duggar pattern video that we recorded yesterday. And I love it. I say, John, you're going to need to talk more. And then you say, well, why don't you talk, Lauren? Because you haven't had time to prepare.
Oh, she tried it again. She got a little cough out that time.
That's the difference. John can talk when you've prepared and studied, but I guess
Well,
I'm a chatty one.
I could talk. Yeah.
John can only talk when he's prepared and studied. By the way, they went on a date to the Henderson, Nevada library, so John can buy some more outdated self-help books to quote as he's crashing out about Brad Pitt and quoting sources that are outdated as fuck.
I can talk in general about a lot of things, but
This was March 30th.
Yes.
But generally speaking, yeah, you do most of the talking on our channel.
So I'll do my best. Yeah, big time in Salt Lake. And
yes, Lindsay, that's 100% true story. They're all right here. All these videos are right here. I've been a Patreon member for quite some time, a paid Patreon member of hers, because she does the most. There's a whole almost 2-hour episode. Have you guys seen it yet? Of Grayson telling a story about her autistic family member. Have you guys heard that yet? That is it's almost 2 hours. It's like 1 hour and 45 minutes. It's a Patreon episode. And it is confusing to say the least. No, definitely not working with Lauren. Definitely all by myself. I don't work with anybody. Pika, you know me. I'm always, what do they call that? I'm constantly not in isolation, but I do not work well with others. What do we say? How do we classify that? Does not play well with others.
And thank you to everyone for your support and those that saw me on Hulu or Disney Plus discussing the Corey Richens trial, as well as also 2020. It was an incredible opportunity to be a part of that. And it was hours of interviews over different days. And also, I haven't told you this, John, but I told my friend Joe recently about it because she was asking how my mom is doing. And I told her how, can you turn off the blinker?
Oh, well.
Let's just keep going around maybe. Oh, go ahead. Perfect. We're getting there, guys. Driving in real time. Anyway, I told my friend who asked how my mom is doing that she's still with us, but she's definitely slowing down and she's having a hard time talking as much. But I actually went over and saw her right after I did the interview, and I got in bed with her and just laid with her, and we turned on some hymns that I know she loves that she would play when I was growing up. And she was able to tell me that she loved the songs. I played them on my phone, and I had told her that I had.
Oh, I figured out the word. It's Friday. Okay. It's fuck it all Friday. And I took my dose of fuck it all early this week. Non-compliant. That's what I'm looking for. I am non-compliant. Constantly in trouble for being non-compliant. It's an HR problem, not mine. Julie just says we're coworkers.
Done some interviewing with 2020.
Olap, have you ever been to an LDS service? A Mormon service? Their hymns are quite interesting.
And that I was going to be on Hulu later that week, and I think that she was proud of me, and so I was able to tell her.
That's
be with her. And then I came home. We're parking, guys. Sorry. I guess
the Mormon Tabernacle Choir is amazing, but the hymns are not my favorite.
Something else.
Autonomous. There you go.
That happened in Salt Lake too was before I went and saw my mom, was the Corey Richins closing arguments and verdict. So I guess a lot of people have wondered, like a lot of people noticed that I was in the gallery sitting in the front row with the media, which is funny because I actually picked my spot so I wouldn't be seen all the time because I had an upset stomach and a runny nose. And I thought, I do not want to be where I've seen people all the time in the gallery because I know the camera's there. So I knew where my friend, the 2020 producer, often sat and that she was often seen. So I actually opted for another spot where it wasn't as obvious. But that moment, I knew that I had been approved, that Hidden True Crime had been approved for media. But we did not know when we were approved for media that it was going to be closing arguments as well as the verdict. And then we definitely did not know that after being approved for media, that there would be no public allowed. Because honestly, a part of me thought, well, I'll go in and then I'll just sit in the back with the public so that I'm not as seen. But I found a spot that wasn't as obvious in the front row.
You explained to the media was front row.
The media was front row.
You had no control over where you sat.
Yeah, the media was front row and only front row.
Do you hear this? They're making a big old song and dance about how she was in the front row. That's why she was seen. I'm going to bump it forward though, because there's one other spot in this that I'm going to play that grosses me out.
So we showed up.
And the reason for that was that they were giving extra space to the families, correct?
Correct. So there were a lot of people that had been subpoenaed as witnesses on both sides.
She's talking about the Corey Richins trial, but I want you to hear this one particular part before we end today.
Every day wanted to attend and support both the defendant and the victim. And I'll tell you, it's not every day that you see a criminal trial where the defendant has so many people there every day just committed to them and loving them. And that was the case with Corey. Her family and friends were there every day, So they had a lot of people too, as did the Richins. And yeah.
You notice she forgot about that cough she supposedly was doing? Notice how that's gone?
So that was kind of a very overwhelming day. And then there was a verdict.
Okay, this upcoming piece sent me into rage.
And we sat and waited. I still did not think the verdict would come down that night because, like always, whenever I predict how long a verdict's going to take, I'm wrong. So you can just sort of take my prediction. And I had told KUTV 2 News earlier that day that I thought it would take a couple days or at least a day. And no, it took a few hours. And when it's that long, it usually comes back guilty. And I was actually, interestingly enough, around Corey's family.
I hear you, Olaf. I totally understand that. I became the opposite and like extremely interested in how all of the different organized religions work. So I've been to Scientology, LDS, Baptist, Southern Baptist, Methodist, Lutheran, Catholic, Pentecostal. I mean, anything and everything you can imagine.
The verdict came back quickly, and I'll leave the identity of like one of the family members.
Okay, I'm going to push this back just a few seconds. This part right here, this is disgusting to me that she even tries to do this.
And I was actually, interestingly enough, around Corey's family when the verdict came back quickly, and I'll leave the identity of like one of the family members. They like looked panicked, and one of the family members looked at me and they're like, what does it mean if a verdict comes back this quickly? And
one of the family members, she was around Corey's family when the verdict came in, and one of the family members looked panicked, looked at her and said, what does it mean when a verdict comes in this fast? Now listen, this fucking
I was honest because I'm an honest person. I said it usually means guilty.
I was honest because I'm an honest person, and I said it usually means guilty. Fucking psycho.
I'll leave the identity.
She's going to leave the identity. We have no idea if this actually happened. I backed it up 15 seconds.
Like one of the family members. They like looked panicked, and one of the family members looked at me and they're like, what does it mean if a verdict comes back this quickly? And I was honest because I'm an honest person. I said it usually means guilty. Yeah. And you could see their stress. So they looked at me and asked that, and that's how I responded. And I walked in. And you know,
she just said guilty. Usually means guilty. And then I just turned around and walked back in as the family members looking panicked. Who even says something like this? So, I mean, she just.
And I do.
At the end of the day, no matter how you feel about her guilt versus innocent, there are still people that are impacted that did nothing wrong. Friends, family, and a lot of people support their loved ones. And you can't fault them for that.
I believe that the verdict was right and that it was just. But I also felt that a lot of the evidence was circumstantial.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a little surprising because I felt like.
There's that pesky cough again. There's Lauren being so great to families again. Oh, it usually means they're guilty. And then I turned around and walked back in because you're beneath me. Like, what the fuck? Of course, she was hanging around Corey Richen's family, trying to wait for the verdict to come in. She talked to Corey's brother. She did an interview with Corey's brother because he had already talked to other mainstream media. She was hoping for anybody to talk to her. But here she is. Yeah, Autumn, and broken. It breaks the entire family. I mean, yeah, kind of like she would do with Kay and Larry outside the courthouse, and we would watch her stick her camera in her face, and then she would tell other people, okay, now you can come talk to him. Like, she's disgusting. All right, y'all, I'm going to get out of here for the day. Thank you all for joining me so early in the morning. I don't think I should come on here this early in the morning because I'm a little spicy this early in the morning. I might have gotten myself in trouble today. Oh, well, what's new? And I apologize halfway that my give a fuck busted, but I don't. Fuck it all Friday and high doses is a good situation. So the next time I see you guys, which will, well, we might pop in and do like some members only or just bullshit with you guys. But the next content I will be doing is Lauren Matthias, the court hearing, what the judge told her, and her build up and lead up to how she was trying to use the weaponize the court systems to prevent Christina from going to CrimeCon, and then how she took to social media to defame her character and build a public social media campaign against Christina. And it has the repercussions that it has had on Christina, because they're still happening. Unfortunately, there are still people that have not retracted, have not apologized. I mean, Duty Ron, Trisha from Web Sleuths, so many helped Lauren attack Christina in a very public social media campaign. And it's bullshit. So we're going to touch base with that because I think it's appropriate, especially seeing what Julie has done. Like I said, different desired outcome, but same type of LawCow behavior. And because CrimeCon is happening, it's the perfect wrap back around. Lindsay. Sleuthy Goosey has done an incredible job of compiling all of the documents and everything. So we'll decide how far we want to go back into it. Question, Olap. Did she actually go to crime? Is she going to CrimeCon? The last I heard was that she was saying something about sleeping in her car. Is that true or is that bullshit? And if you have not checked out Olap's channel, let me go grab that link really quick. Olap is my binge watch content because holy shit. She is finding gems of Trisha from Web Sleuths. Share channel, copy. By the time I get back over here. Oh, nope. I beat you guys to it. There's Olap's channel. Come in the chat right now. I beat you just by a second. But she's got an entire playlist here going. Make sure you go check them out. The Greg Files. Oh, the whisper of the Greg said. All of these. Absolutely. Oh no, the frontal lobe. Ping. Oh, there's so many though. I haven't finished that one yet. You see, I've been watching the shit out of these. They're so good though. But Trisha has been getting away with a lot of shit for a long time. What? A burkini? What's that? Oh, please tell me it doesn't have like hair. Oh, okay. So she did fly. She used to go and sleep in her car. Not now though. She says, wow. All right. Well, she's probably at the circus. She would fit right in. All right. I hope you guys all have a wonderful rest of your day. And until next time, thank you guys for all the support. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the laughs today. You guys were on fire, per usual. Thank you, mods, once again. Sorry, my schedule is all over the place. So I don't know when the next time you'll see me. But I will see you guys very soon. And we will get back into what's important, these LawCows, and making sure everybody knows. Oh, and for anybody complaining about me using cows as avatar, Julie, or any of your little buddies, the only thing we can really do is name and shame these people. Unfortunately, the court systems, our justice system, has not caught up to what is going on. So the best thing we can do is show what these people are doing with their own words. If that bothers you and you think I'm just such a mean, vicious soul, I cuss a lot. Outside of that, I play their own words. Go somewhere else and bitch. I frankly don't give a fuck anymore. I'm going to do what I want. I've never cared, and I'm not going to start now. It's the nicest way I can talk about these people is by laughing about them being LawCows and using their own words, because truly what they do to victims and their families is probably some of the most disgusting shit. So while you sit here and clutch your pearls over us calling these people out using their own words for their foul behavior, we could do a lot worse. But we don't have to because they do it all themselves. That's why we only have to highlight their words. Thank you to all the channels that are catching so much of this shit. Yep, out of their own mouths. Not our problem. Go fucking take it up with the people who created these monsters to begin with. That would be them. We don't care. Nope. Not a goddamn thing. No more. My give a fuck's broken. Yeah, right. The unsolicited complaint department. Exit door left. Right. Well, they would say that's threatening. Bye, Kathy 4. Okay, guys. Bye, y'all. Have a good day. See you soon.